Taking a chance to learn what's in my head. Reel out the thoughts that fill me with dread. You die for me when I won't even cry for you. Oh, please, Lord, tell me what must I do? I'm taking out a page each day from the letter you wrote to me. A book of lies that I despise, but with your animosity. Take me back to a time we met on that bank other day. We made it right from the first night till you threw it all away. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Would I see that you care when I'm in need of you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore. Confusion is a gift that forever falls my own way. I've never been so proud of that man I am today. Take me back to a time of our once happy days. Still you seem to forever hold me with your condescending way. Now it's time to do things right and get you out of my head. And reel out the thoughts that fill me with dread. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Or would I see that you care when I'm in need of you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore. And the pain you've caused fell from afar. And the message that you portrayed, it caused me too much sorrow and pain. But I won't fall for that anymore. Would you dance to make my grave when I'm gone? Or see me for that man that I've become? Would I see that you care when I'm needing you the most? But you don't care. You're not there anymore.
Everyone, welcome back to Not In My Time channel. It's been a while. It's been about a week, something like that, and I'm sorry. I know there's been news coming out left, right, and centre, and one time I go out a week off because I've got things going on every day. City decided to go crazy. They decided to go absolutely crazy.
Absolute
No.
letdown.
I know. Disgracia for me. Disgracia. Going forward, if there's any news and I can't make it, Bevo will do a stream on his own if he has to. Also, because honestly, I just honestly, most time I'm okay. Most time I'm free, but but no, itself, like I bet chat to him really the last week because I've been so busy. But this week we're finally back on it again. You know, I'm happy that we've finally been stream. Have a chat about transfers. Obviously, obviously nothing's confirmed yet. By the way, nothing's actually here. We go at the moment. It's still like looking that way. We've got to say it now. But it's looking pretty good right now. And yeah, before we get into this timeline and all the news,
let's just blame Poppy. Let's just blame Poppy. Like Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy, it's your fault. Honestly, yeah, I saw her twice, and then the rest of the time I blame the family and my girlfriend for that. But right, anyway, week off for football has been nice, but back to it now. Back on it now. When and Joe, what instead of it being quiet, mate, it's been news going on, isn't it? Like City getting the backroom staff, new players coming in. It's been quite good actually. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing so far.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm more like I didn't expect the Linders news. No. That was like a complete shock. Like out of all of the news that could have dropped, I did not expect Linders to be joining City, considering him and his Liverpool team went toe to toe with us for the best part of like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. I think it's interesting news, but more so because it's just boiling piss, and I absolutely love that. I absolutely. He turned around, didn't he? He said in an interview after leaving Liverpool, he said he was never going to come back and manage or be an assistant or anything in the Prem again. He said he'd never do it, and then he goes, and then he's just seen it. If he can't beat it, he may as well join him. So,
yeah. Honestly, and Nick, yeah, big up by the way, big up 94 obviously, and what they've done this season. There was a great support them obviously whenever they do anything in terms of FIFOs or anything like that. Yeah, you are right, Nick, and this is why we're not getting ourselves here. We're excited about what we're seeing, what we know. Nothing's done until we see the properly confirmed it's done. But what we're seeing is pretty good so far. Again, I'm not getting carried away yet. I'm kind of like I'm happy, but I need to see us actually get those over the line first. So. Looking good so far. 3 players up over the door, but we've got to see what happens.
Like it's dragging out. It does feel like it's dragging out. Like I'm trying to keep positive, but it feels like it's just dragging on. Like this Reinders news has been going on for about 3 weeks now. Just sign him, please.
Just, here we go. The Ace Bear change. Here we go.
Let we land or whatever it's called. Just anything. I'll take a fake it.
Let's launch, guys. Oh, mate. The amount of in the nose of all these like sayings like that, just give it a rest, man. It's just weird.
Like, I know Cheeky likes to take his time with business, but come on, man. We've got 8 days left of the window. Like, just hurry up. Knack a couple of Red Bulls, do a Jamie Vardy, and let's just get some players through the door, please.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Well, what was like a Hoyland into go from what? Thuram, Taremi, Hoyland. Fuck me. Like, watch him do well in Italy. Watch him do well in Italy. He honestly will do well in Italy. Well, watch it. Big up, Ed.
Is Hoyland going to Inter, is he?
Apparently, it's looking that way. God, mate. Yeah,
well, that's another game that they're not going to. That's another game they're not going to score a goal in a Final Four if they get it in.
Pretty much. Oh, mate, Hoyland leaves, make the whole channel dies. Apparently, so have fun, lads. Enjoy your Brian and Bumo, whatever it is. Which by the way, I'm by the way, right? By the way, Brian and Bumo and bloody freaking what is it? Cunha.
I don't know how United are doing it. They're losing money year on year. They've just had to pay £3 million out of their $5 million for winning. Coming second in the Europa League. They've had to pay $3.5 million straight to Chelsea for Mount. They're talking about losing 400 million or whatever in the best part of 3 years, like year on year. Like, how are they affording to go out and buy Brian and Bumo and going out and they can't even afford beans on toast for the staff. Like,
Exactly,
but they,
yeah.
they can afford 30, 40, 50 million for Brian and Bumo. Like, I'm sorry, that stinks. Absolutely
This
stinks.
is the question, mate. Going back on your aunt.
No,
Or you still no? To be fair, he won't. And bear in mind, he was right. Anyone that's still saying, at the end of the day, right? The club at the time were not acting it. Now they are. But this is the thing: people can have their opinions and have their ability to sort of shout that at the time. But the positive things are, and this was said before, prove us wrong, and the club are proving us wrong, which is what we want to see. Prove us wrong.
Yeah.
But I will say though, nothing's done yet. Nothing has been secured yet.
No, it's
Until
not.
we see confirmed, then we'll celebrate. But look, as much as we're doing a stream talking about this transfer, it's news worth discussing. But I'm not thinking it's all done, mate. We've been here before, haven't we? Sanchez, remember that? That was Sanchez. Yeah. Oh, it was done. It was done. No. Until I see.
No, I don't go back. I don't go back on anything that I've said. I stick by it, and like Luke's just said, like nothing's done. I tell you, if we end up getting Reinders over the line, which it looks like we're going to, then we'll be incredibly lucky that no one's jumped in on him while we've been dicking around over 4 or 5 million quid. That's a little bit too much. Oh, I'm not sure about that. Like, if that was a Chelsea or an Arsenal or someone like that wanted him, they'd have gone, pay the way. We'll pay the fee that you want for him, and then we've got a war on our hands to try and outbid another team because we've been dicking around over 4 or 5 million quid. But I still stand by everything that I've said. I'm not going against it. If we do get these players through the door, then great.
Yeah. Rodrigo, right, I'll be real, right. Liverpool, the thing is, right, Joe, I want to discuss this right now about Liverpool. Now, Frimpong, great signing.
Sorry, I forgot. I didn't answer Ed's question before.
Yeah.
I do like the players. I like Aït-Nouri. I think he'll be a great addition to the team. I'm still concerned that we're not linked with any right backs. That really does concern me. Because
apparently.
No, but that's all kind of like just hearsay at the moment. Like I can't see Newcastle letting go of him, to be honest. But
yeah, I know what you mean.
Out of the two, I'm more concerned the fact that we're not looking at a right back and we're looking at a left back. We've got Guardiola that can play left back, Ake that can play left back. We've got Nico O'Reilly that can play left back. Whereas right back, we don't really have anyone that can actually, be a solid right back option for us. Like, we've shoehorned Nunes in there, but I feel like we're probably in more need of a right back than what we are a left back. And that kind of feels to me like, last summer when it was like, oh, we need to get Rodri back up. We really, really need to get Rodri back up. And then we were signing everybody but a Rodri back up.
Guys, Rodri.
That's what I'm feeling like now. It's like we need a backup. We need a backup for Rodri. Like we need a right back. Buy a right back. Oh, we're going to buy a left winger. Like, no, buy a right back.
no, not that. No. It's like Charles trying to do cricket. No, not that.
Go back a few spaces and a bit more to the right. Yeah, there. That's where we need.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think next season will be. Yeah, Nick, I'll be real with you. I think you're probably right. Although I think we'll probably hear more. I reckon by the end of the week. I think the fact that it's next Tuesday, I imagine we'll hear some stuff probably by the end of this week. I reckon deals are probably agreed. That's probably true, but we need to get it over the line. Like again, I
understand. Also going to slow us down. It's also going to slow us down with this internationals, though. Like you've got Aït-Nouri, you've got Cherki both coming out saying that they're not even thinking about any of this until after the international break. I think it's a real wrong time to put an international break in there when you've got to try and get players.
I think they should probably extended the DH window out a bit, in my opinion. They probably should have done that to factor it in. Also, just quickly before we carry on, Rodrigo, big about Rodrigo. Liverpool for me, right, is a weird one. Now, I know obviously they've got Frimpong, that's done. Kirk just looks like it's going to happen. Looking like it. It's not confirmed yet, but I think it will happen at some point. The Vert still. Now, I know Vert isn't coming on anymore. Well, that will happen in the place. But what I'm finding funny about this so far is that they're still pissed farting about over the fee. They know what Leverkusen want for this. They're still basically right. I think Ajiki trying to get the fee down, and Leverkusen's like nope. And Leverkusen, this is what I mean. I have a feeling right now. I know people will say, "Oh, but Vert said no to us," and he probably did. Yes, but also as well because I'm sorry, right? The fee put up for him is ridiculous. I know he's a good player. He's a top player, but you're paying that for an investment. And bear in mind, the guys had injuries in the past as well. ACL injury. It's a risk. Still, he's a great player, but it's also a risk.
Yeah, it is. It's a massive risk. Like you just said, the ACL injury that he had. I must say that the Premier League's a lot more of a sort of a competitive league than the Bundesliga is in terms of players going in on each other and not backing out of challenges, etc. So who knows? Obviously, I'd never wish that on a player, but it's a heck of a fee to pay for somebody that has had quite a few injuries.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, we know about it featuring a couple of days. Yeah, I think it's going to happen. Like, I'm not like you. I think it will happen, but it's just a bit annoying because you only got a small window. Do you know what? If it was open, I wouldn't complain. I'd be like, you know what? Because at least that way, even if you can't get them to the Club World Cup, right? At least they're there when you get back. That's fine. Because we've got a window, just as I talk about the news, update about Shirky. So talks between Shirky about I'm progressing well. The person I'll bring up the second a bit. I'll discuss it a bit when we get to it. We'll go for the chat for on the actual tweets in a bit. But yeah, I think the Nori deals will be fine. I think it's patient waiting around for it to happen because. This club before burnt us in the past for certain players, and we just want to make sure that we get it over the line and secured. That's what I want to make sure we got the players through the door. Yeah, but I'll go quick chat. Now, the thing is to me right now, mate, I think all three players, by the way, are great. They're exactly what we need. Shirky, Nori, finally a left back, mate. Finally a left back. How has that been? An actual left back, not a set up playing left back. And left
back. You know what, as well? Not just any left back. The way that he plays would fit our system like a glove. Like the way that he drives forward with the ball and inverts as well. Like he is just the epitome of a Manchester City player. And I know that Angers have come out and said that Aït-Nouri was actually
pick up next.
We're actually looking at him when he was playing for Angers. Aït-Nouri's old team Soda today said they nearly
said to them.
Yeah, same thing. But I think don't they get something like 50% or something of the sale, like something mad like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, look. It's probably why that deal's going. Look, I reckon, right out of the free deal, I think Rangers.
And how young he is as well. Like I was looking at him and I was thinking, God, he's got to be about because he's one of these players that kind of feels timeless. He feels like he's been around for ages. And then I was looking at him and he was like, what is he like 23, 24, something like
that? No, he's 23.
He's like really young.
Yeah. Yeah, Herbal, I agree. Herbal, I absolutely agree. He's my main target. I know the Hernandez is right there. I love the Hernandez. I think Hernandez, to me, it feels like a player that I'd love to have at City, but it's kind of like, how much would it cost, though? being serious. Like even in on that probably for a left back, which I'm fine with for someone like him, but it's a big gamble on someone who hasn't really been top. Well, I mean, it's definitely a gamble with him, but Norrie's also a gamble as well. So it's nothing certain right now.
Do you know what though? Going slightly off track, the bit for me that kind of gave me a little bit more confidence was the Khaldoon interview.
Yeah.
Another big thing. All right, 50 up to 8.5. Right.
I know it's whole week, mate. Oh, this is out. It's just like we could just next week, please. Not now. Come on, man.
Like that Khaldoon. I mean, this is another thing that we've completely forgotten about in between Reinders and Pep Linders, and apparently Kolo Touré's coming back as well. Like, there's
Everyone's coming in.
We're just having a massive remontada, aren't we? But yeah, no, that kind of filled me with a bit of confidence. That Khaldoon interview where, he said, we've got our clear number one objectives, our clear number two, and we're going to do, we're going to make swift business. I mean, granted, that was 3 weeks ago when we were talking to Reinders, and that's still not done, so it's not very swift. Yeah. But I mean, I suppose it's kind of swift, cheeky, isn't it? So
yeah. If we get to, yeah, but apparently that's what's look. Obviously,
has he been working for the academy? I feel like he's been working for the academy all the way.
He has been, yeah. That's apparently what it is. Yeah.
Didn't Yaya Toure do something with our academy, or did he? I feel like he was something.
It was Tottenham, not us.
Was it Tottenham?
Yeah, not us. Yeah.
I should really probably research the academy and stuff a little bit more than I actually do.
Yeah, but what was it?
Mainly.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so yeah, we were at Spurs. Yeah. Be up, Louis. Yeah, what it is, right? I mean, it's been a crazy, crazy like last week. It's like since do you know what? Like, it's mad, right? Because we still haven't done a review last season yet. I'm like, I'm not doing it yet. Like, he's got course to go through. I mean, because don't get me wrong, right? I'm still doing it. I'm not going to leave it and just pretend everything happened. All right, it's got to be discussed. Something you got to break it all down properly, and trust me, it's going to happen. I've got the Alex and Danny. I'll come back on at some point. It'll be the four of us at some point. It's just going to be a proper unplugged, no holes barred on that one. Trust me. But it'll be good to get it off our chests and move on to the next season anyway.
I might have to stay off the ale. I might have to stay off the ale when we're doing that one.
Oh God, yeah. Everyone just rage. Feel like, why is everyone so angry? Last season before? No.
If I can hold that rant sober.
Yeah, mate, if you have that rant, if you were drunk, mate, Christ, to be unfiltered. Another thing. Oh, but no, like, actually, you know what, Nick? Good shout. Actually, that's actually a good shout.
Yeah.
12 Joe Watt. That's a good idea. I think we'll definitely do it then, because I think the moment doing a review now is kind of weird because like the window's now open now. But yeah, I'd rather get that out of the way before the Club World Cup. And before I go away as well on holiday, so you need to get it out there. It's done, sealed, delivered, and we can sort of move on from there. Because I think next season, I think honestly, if we get the players in that are we going to get in, I'm very excited next season. Not win everything, but I'm excited about the football that we're going to play. Because it's also worth discussing Pep Linders as well. Because Linders, bear in mind as well, has been a gegenpressing system with Klopp. And he's
what I will say though.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, what I will say is with that review, I'm not going to include this summer transfer window as part of this season. As far as I'm concerned, we're into next season now. Like, how like Khaldoon said, season's finished and buying players. So anything that we talk about or I talk about will be specifically as of Fulham game and before.
Yeah, no, I think it's better anyway. It's better, I think, to do that anyway. I think because last summer was in itself terrible. Like I know, like, only 2 players through the door. One player that was Green January, and the other one we got him late because it was a panic time. It was coincidental that it was available, and we got it back on a free. Again, I love Gundogan, but that summer was just a waste of time. That was waste of time because I know. Look, I'm not around about it now. I ran but it's more just that's where I'm at with that. I think last season
the 12th of June.
Yeah, I'll say 12th of June. Otherwise, I'll go on a full on run. I didn't go for like an hour tirade about last season. I'm not doing that yet.
Luke, the stage is yours. I've had mine.
Yeah, not yet. I'll save that rant for next week. Apparently we are, Macman. Yeah, apparently we are. But like, Newcastle want Bob. No. If Bob's going, that means that we're done with it. Then if Bob's going, then that's to me tells me that he's which would be a shame, by the way.
That's such a shame. He is such a baller.
That injury, man. That injury is annoying, man. It's such a frustrating.
I'd love to be able to keep Bob into next season. Like I'm all right with like McAtee and Cash or something.
Yeah.
No, same. I'm really looking forward to the. I'm actually really looking forward to the Club World.
I know. But
I really am.
No, I'm not watching it. We're watching it.
Yeah. We're not doing it. No, we're not signing anybody.
What's that? 3 or 4 players coming in. Yeah, are we there? Shirky.
I mean, right now, mate, I'll take one.
But Joe, what it is, right? If we go out there, look, for me, right, if I'm going to do a prediction now, it'll be 3 players. I can't see it being 4 because Livramento will have a hard bargain unless you go for the kill right now. But obviously,
Livramento will be an after World Cup signing.
Yeah, I agree on that one. It's going to be here now,
which is a bit of a letdown, really, because he that position's kind of the only real position that I genuinely worry for his form. Because as good as Nunez has been towards the end of the season, he still had bozo moments. He still had the moments like you look at the Bournemouth game, right? In that Bournemouth game, he was exceptional for the best part of about 85 minutes. And then just at the end of the game, he made that back pass and that led to the goal. And it was like, if you can just eliminate like those from your game, like you're talking a real talent. But we've just seen it too many times this season where like the United game, like the PSG game, like there's been too many times that he's made those bozo errors. So I really feel that like we do need a right back for that tournament. But what will be.
No, yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'll get up the timeline for the transfer. Obviously, we discussed it anyway, but it's worth like discussing other stuff as well. We'll also look at Khaldoon's interview as well and discuss that as well. It's good. It will probably be like a stream, just proper digest. I know Bevo's been on Alpha last week, and that was a good stream as well. But good to have a sort of chat together about it. Bear with me. Just gonna go through it. Everybody, people, leave a comment on the stream. Subscribe channel if you haven't already. On the road to 2K subscribers. Hope to be in the year possible. You know, it's gonna be a big season next year. A lot of content to come. A lot of good stuff to come and look forward to. It's gonna be good. Hopefully, yeah, it'll be much better. Hopefully, much better than It's a bit bad, yeah. 1K subscribers is always great, but season wise and football wise wasn't great as well. So if we could get sort of a bit of positivity on both sides, that'd be great.
Yeah, and going into next season as well, there's much more coming for this channel. You know, we'll be able to get the memberships rolling and deliver some new content, for members and super chats and things will become a thing. Moving into the next season, it'll be the money to save to go towards Pep's new contract. That any money that comes through, it will all go back. It'll all go back to Pep. Go straight to Pep.
No, what I'll say is though about super chats, right? And it sounds cliche as it is. If you want to do it, that's cool. If you don't, perfectly fine. And again, I said
Never
before, right? I do other people every now and again myself. I know how it is. Like it's it's if it was sports, great. I always appreciate it. But at the end of the day, you guys being here, leaving a like and chatting away in the chat enough for us anyway. Always will be. So yeah, and also right, I want to discuss that. Is it that third kit, that weird rain kit? It looks weird.
Oh, I'm not a fan of it. I know it's a spin-off of the old. Do you remember the old grey and green kit that we used to have years ago? I'm trying to think what year it was. I think it was an ADOS kit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start from last Monday, right? So it'll be about a week. We'll cover into week. All right. So, but
By the way, while we're talking of kits, I am obsessed with that new black kit. That is,
I want it. I need it.
Kit.
I want to get Marmouche and Shirky. So far, everyone's teams right now.
Oh, if anyone not seen it as well, go and have a look at LB's channel before I put a super chat in, and I think we found a new champ for Turkey, guys. So go and give it a watch.
Brilliant, yeah. Come on. You're always right. I'm still scrolling through Twitter because there's a lot of tweets this week's mad.
Oh, it's been. I mean, there's been about 50 today.
Right, I found it. Right, we'll start off with a Romano tweet from last Monday, mate. Oh my god, actually, we can be quite crazy. It's actually right. Okay, first off, we'll catch them on the comments quickly. Make sure I'm the chairman of the Cafoon Society, and even I can see we need Cafunes. Sorry, I meant something else. Cafunes, and even I can see we need a proper fullback right back. I tell you, he's president. Herbal. He's president of Cafunes. He's the leader of Cafunes. He loves Nuno so much. By the way, if we get Nori as well, by the way, and Alex Maximus is a Wolves fan, so it's gonna be love and life having two Wolves players in the team. And funny enough, Livramento used to play for Southampton, so it's funny, isn't it? It's funny. I mean, it's not Van Dijk, is it? It's a shame we couldn't get Van Dijk, but if Livramento, it's right back, I'll take it. Do you think? Well, no. I'll be honest with you, right? I'll be real, right now I'm on 1-5. I don't even know anymore.
I honestly believe now, right, and I will take this to the grave. I don't think we will hear about 115 this year.
No, I think we will.
I don't think we hear about it in 2025 because, like Khaldoon said, like they haven't heard anything yet, and when they do hear something, they'll also have to go through an appeal process. If City win the majority of the charges, the Premier League will probably want to go through an appeal process, and if vice versa, City will want to go through an appeal process. So I feel like we're not going to hear anything until all the appeals process and everything's done and got through. I can't imagine anything's going to be released before an actual final decision has been made.
Yeah, right. So we are now on. So it's gonna be a long run through. So we'll go through where we can. All right. So I might have to because it's a bit slower today. I'll try and sort of zoom in a little bit if we can. All right. Just bear with me. No, I can't. Okay, I can't do that. There you go. Right. Oh, right. So, yeah, cool. So, there's actually was about a week ago about Nori, which is weird, isn't it? How's that about a week ago? Apparently, we're asking the actual conditions of a deal for him, hard the list, obviously, and contracts to continue. So, it's mad how a week ago we already asked about the deal, and now we're done within about a week. But yeah, I mean. For me, mate, it's no brainer. It's no brainer, mate. I mean, Mike Nori. I think he's from what I've seen of him, mate, of Wolves a couple of years, he's been brilliant. He's got better and better. Yeah, he's exactly what we need right now.
I mean, before I actually, watched him a little bit more, I wasn't hugely convinced. But the more I've kind of watched him, the more I've kind of brought myself around. Granted, I've watched replays of games, I've watched compilations, things like that, and I suppose it's because he's one of those players when they're playing for another team, you don't really pay that much attention to. Or I mean, I don't. I personally don't care about Wolves' left back, if I'm being honest. But he is a very, very good player, and he would fit our system like a glove.
Yeah. Now, so this is from Jack Gorn 12. So City I'm got the interest in trying Rinders for Club World Cup with the plan, but to continue humanity of it. I swear, but if it is that fee as a bargain now, if it is that fee.
Yeah,
how good
I think in the end it was close to 70 million euros. So bear with me for 1 sec. It's about 59 million.
Right. Yeah.
Because it was I think they wanted close to 70 million euros, which is like 59 million. So even still, under 60 million for a player like that, what is he, 26, 27? He's coming into his prime years. You're going to get a good 6 years out of him minimum.
Yeah. Well, mate, this is well right. See how that Gibbs White will join the club and want at least one fullback. Right, Nori Rama. Gibbs quiet. It's gone quiet. I haven't heard about it for at least. I mean,
I think that we've moved on from Gibbs White because I think we felt he was too expensive.
I think him as well, mate. It's gone from mate. You know this, mate. Ever since right, it was Shirky, mate. Gibbs White's been out the door. Well, out of the window, it's sort of changed over from one player to the other.
That makes me think, though. That makes me think that we're going to hold on to homegrown, because if we're backing out of Gibbs White and going for Cherky instead in that same position, I feel like we're going to hold on to a homegrown.
Which, look, I'm fine with it. You get quality in. I don't mind another year of someone, but I mean, look, you want to give everyone in 1 summer. As long as there's players coming in that's going to improve us right now, great. But again, this rebuild just happened overnight. It happened over I reckon, at least 2 seasons before it's all done. So, yeah, I think Gibbs White for me is a player that I think the club now realises just isn't worth the money being offered for him, and I agree. Not for me either, personally. Now this one is a weird one, mate, as well. Rodrigo. Now, City of Portugal put us out exclusive last week about apparently you're in contact with people to City about the club at the City. Now, I think there's a truth to that, but I don't know, because recently, mate, it's last week, so it's gone quiet on one post from is it a Spanish source? So that's apparently about Wednesday now.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. I would love Rodrigo at City, but I don't think it happens. If it does happen, it'll be one for after the Club World Cup. I can't see us bringing him in before. I don't know. I do think we need a winger, but who knows? It could even be the fact that he's using City as a way to try and force a new deal out of Real Madrid. You just don't know. Players do that sometimes.
Yeah. Big up, Steve. Really good, man. Nico Rodriguez to the point. Yeah, Nico agree on that. This is the thing.
Same
With-
same with Reinders as well. Reinders is, he's, I see we're going to have a lot more rotation this season than we've been able to last season.
Yeah, agreed.
A lot more rotation.
That's a good thing. A good thing that we've got a bit
Definitely.
more rotation now in midfield. I think the club could look at option notes, mate. Yeah, and Joe, what, mate? I'm happy with doing that. I think the club have realised this is not what if we pay £100 million for Gibbs White, we're mugs. We are. Again, I like Gibbs White. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's the right player for us right now. Shea, for me, I think would suit us a lot more than Gibbs White right now.
Yeah.
I think isn't that truth about him signing or something like that? Isn't that confirmed now, or is that sort of rumours about a new deal? Apparently, sorry.
He could. I don't know. I mean, I was just guessing. He could have been using or trying to force news out to the media to say that he wants to go to City as a way of trying to drive in a new deal at Real Madrid. Yeah, I just don't know. You see players do it all the time.
Yeah, so there's obviously about Reinders, obviously apparently at advanced stage. Look, I'll try and breathe through a few.
Just go down, sorry, mate. Just go down 1 minute to that post underneath Gundogan. One about Modric. So just on that, because it's probably something that we wouldn't have thought of mentioning, but wish Kovacic all the best. Hopefully he gets better soon. There's apparently he's having an operation on his heel. And he's going to be out up to 3 months. Achilles. So really wish him a speedy recovery.
Well, mate, when he gets back, mate, it'd be a good place to have a squad player when he gets back. He's a good player, mate. He's a very good player. He got a red card against Bournemouth, but honestly, mate,
yeah, he's one of these players which I've always said he will give you a solid 7 out of 10 performance every game. He won't do anything amazing. He won't be ridiculously shit, obviously, and he has been this season, but so's the rest of the team around him. He's a player that will give you. He's a bit of a steady Eddie, so he'll give you sort of 7 out of 10s every game. He won't do anything spectacular, but he'll give you what you need. And I think this season just gone, hasn't that been his highest scoring season since Inter Milan, or maybe
so, yeah.
ever?
I think so. Yeah, I think ever. Yeah, it's been brilliant in terms of goals. Been brilliant. Yeah. So obviously, Rob Dawson saying about Reinders obviously at advanced stage. I'll see if we've just. I'm going to. But that Haaland in Geneva. You seen that?
I have. Yeah.
Brilliant. Look, do you know what? I love how Haaland, right? Despite him being away on holiday, mate, he's finding stuff. It's amazing.
He's just good vibes, isn't he? All around.
He's someone that if you and me were to meet in Manchester, mate, he said hello to me. He said hello back to us, mate. He's
of course he would. He's not. He's a normal guy that just knows that he's very good at football.
I know. And Joe, what, mate? I hope one day, mate, he's captain of the team.
I tell you what, you wouldn't see Haaland rejecting an interview on the F1 grid, would you?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't get that, mate. I don't get that from. So look, I know he can do what he wants,
so
right? But
rude.
You said, like, I appreciate you asking me a question, but I'm not really. Well, you don't have to speak at all, but you need to say it about.
Well, they say, don't they? It's like an unwritten rule. When you're on the grid at F1 and someone asks you to do an interview, you do one.
Yeah.
It's like an unwritten rule, like that. If you get asked to do an interview and you're on the grid, you do one, even if it's just a quick 2-minute conversation. But to say, yeah, I've got nothing to say. I just thought it was rude, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree on that one.
We got Martin.
Oh yeah,
Nice to see Martin in the chat.
Hold on, I've got to go back to the chat now. Hold on. You have to sort of say as I'm going on into. I have to go back to the channel every time. So I think a rotation if we go all the way to the World Cup. Exactly, it's gonna be a long season next season, mate. 71 games overall. It's going to be a long season, so we've got to have a good squad ready to go. I think it'd be good for us to sort of go and do that. Well, the thing is, right, I've heard this. Now, I think Edison probably will stay, although I've got a question here, especially one in the chat. Is that me? He's getting a new deal?
I'm happy with him staying, but he needs to sign a new deal. I'm not having this same problem come next summer. He either signs a new deal or we get some change for him now while we can. Because this is again was part of my rant last week where I was saying we need to stop letting our best players go for free all the time.
Yeah.
You know, when people say, "Oh, well, you know, you need the buying club to buy them out of their contract." This has only ever been a problem in the last like 2-3 years. Like this, but in the last 3-4 years prior, it's very rare that you'll find a player that completely runs their contract out down to the bare bones and then leaves on the free. It was ever since Mbappe left PSG for Real Madrid, that was the game changer. Like since then, like everyone's decided, look at Trent. Everyone's just running their contracts down to nothing and leaving on a free. You know, like Kev did the same thing. Like this has only ever been a problem in the last 3-4 years. Prior to that, you just get them out of their contracts. Like you just pay it. So what I don't want Edison to end up leaving next year on a free when we can sell him and get about 20 million for him now. Yeah.
Big up Martin, mate. I'll be doing good. I also enjoyed is it a Tenerife as well. Mate. Look on top there from what I saw on your post, mate. Well on track of all players, everything fine. Be honest, you keep up. Yeah, we are, mate. And look, I'm sure we'll get the news soon. Okay, I imagine it's just the case of cross the T's, dot the I's, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we'll get the popular. Like, minus, I should say, we've agreed deals with players. I'm not asking us to have the player shout out like how it is. Sometimes you've got to get agreed, and then you can do the marketing stuff, later on. But hopefully we'll get. I don't know, please. Term right, go on. Terms agreed all players all down the payment structures now. Agent fee to all ask at them. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I'll be on soon then, which is good because I imagine that's going to take that long to do. So positives. The announcement return for right. Okay, so right. So when we're back for is it next week or back, mate? Next week,
I think it's next week. I know we start just on the whole Linders thing. I've actually watched a few of his interviews recently, and that Barcelona game that they won.
Yeah.
What was it, like 4-3 or something?
4-0 second leg, but 4-3 overall. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-3 on aggregate, but yeah, it's 4-0. So that game, did you know that Klopp told Pep Linders, "You're doing the training session before the Barcelona game," and he said, so Pep Linders said, "Oh, so what do you want me to do?" And he was like, "Do what you want." He was like, "You're taking control of this next game." Because they were 3-0 down, Klopp thought that he'd give the opportunity to Linders, thinking it's not something that they could come back from. And Pep Linders took control of it and ended up getting through on 4-3.
Wow. What, he had a real Ronaldo Shaqiri, mate, and he won apparently the game for
apparently he used to do a lot more. Like, this is, I'm only going off what this Pep Linders is saying, but he almost like was pretty much like the main guy there. Apparently he used to do like most of the training sessions, and a lot of the ideas were his own. So be interesting to see what we're doing moving forward, bringing him in. Might be really interesting.
Joe Watson, does that mean that's Serbia then said no? I've battled Edison. That's interesting. because is it Flecken's gone to Leverkusen, isn't he, from Brentford? So I saw that today, and Kelleher's gone from Liverpool to Brentford because Liverpool have got is it Mamardashvili from Valencia?
Yeah,
The keeper from and by the way, he's also a very good keeper as well. Very good keeper. Obviously got two good keepers, so obviously a lot of dominoes there. But obviously Ortega, this is the thing with Ortega, right? I don't mind them both being, but we need to know what the future's gonna be about them too. Like Eddie, I'm gonna stay or you can go. You have to go now. I know nobody bids, but it's like frustrating because if he's gonna do this to us, that's not fair. I mean, it's just not fair that happens. But it's football's not fair either. Is Kovacic will stay out for operation 3 months. Yeah, I imagine that's probably the case anyway. I can't see us like. There's no way we're selling him now.
no, you wouldn't be able to sell him now.
I reckon one more year, and then in the summer we'll be off. I reckon.
Yeah, I see that.
But again, I'm fine with it though.
I am too. I am too, and I'm also happy for him to take his time getting fit again because, when we've got Reinders through the door, we've also got that Nico Gonzalez as well. We've got Rodri back. We'll have a very, very good midfield where we can actually rotate.
Herbal, exactly. I think it definitely could. So it's probably why the cost has gone then, and Garcia has gone as well because I know that's gone face the earth now as well. Last week. So, but again, as both said, what's Eddie going to do? So that's what I need to know now. Like, is Eddie going to sign a new? Like, I know we've seen news about him getting a new contract, but it's still up in the air still right now. Big up top. Big up Toxin. I'm doing what I'm doing, my friend. I think Eddie missed the boat with that. I think Joe. What I think he did as well. I think. I don't know. I mean, last was weird, wasn't it? Last summer? I thought he was off last summer. I thought he was gone, but he somehow stayed. I don't know how he stayed, but it just didn't happen, did it? Last summer.
From what I'd heard, City had an offer from Saudi, which was like 30 million, and City were just not moved by it. They were like, we'd rather we just kept it.
Yeah, it was fair enough. Yeah,
the offer was so poor. Wow,
yeah. All right, so Pep showed the Indies and got on very, very well. That's good. Could I maybe promote still? So yeah, exactly. That's what I said as well, Martin. I think Dino will probably be more of a next season probably thing. I reckon the year after. I imagine he'll come into the fold. But the positives are though is that he's definitely gonna be there for the future, which is good. So it'll be part of us soon. But again, if the guy wants to play football, that's up to him, innit? So that's everything. That's everything. I mean, come on, yeah. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, for you, Mark must have been mad as well. Obviously, being away for a week yourself, obviously in Spain, and obviously don't know how to do a stream about it itself. So yeah, it's a mad week. I imagine it'll get even more mad tomorrow, as well, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Because this team this club does things so differently to any other club that I know in the world. I think Edison on 2 years. 2 years? Bevo, 2 years? Was that enough? Extension?
2-year extension on the 1 year he's got already. I'd take that. 3 year. It's basically a 3-year contract.
And then get keeper sorted out in the next 2 years. Yeah. That's good to me. Fair enough, yeah. I know it must have been. That's like it's typical. Like, it's like saying me. I'm not on YouTube. Well, apart from one video I did for a whole week. I barely chat to people because I'm like so busy every day with work or other stuff, right? And I come and I think, come on, can't do a bloody stream. Now I can do it now, but it's a bit late now. It's about a week later. But yeah, so next time I'm away or I can't do a stream. Bevo's got details as well. I'll give him the details of StreamYard and he can do a stream if he needs to. So at least that way, content goes out on the channel no matter what. Because I'm not missing stuff because I can't do it. Because that's fair channel. Some say Eddie gets offered a choice of 2 to 3 or 4 year contract. Wait, a 2 to 3 or 4? That's a bit of a weird offer. 2 to 3 to 4 year contract. What? So you have a 2 year contract, or a 3 year, or a 4 year. What do you want?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah. May as well chuck a 5 in there as well.
6. It's 6. You're 40 years old. I mean, it's a bit.
Do a Chelsea, put an 8 year down.
It's like 45. You're 45, man. We're still here. There's a 2035 is still there. But a kit man at that point. Maybe cover. Yeah, I might say because by the time he gets back, it's what like November time, probably just October time. He has to get back to fit again. Yeah, it'll be. I reckon sooner than that, but I doubt it'll be back anytime soon. I think definitely keep him sort of back to sort of like on rehab, and now I'll see him rush back anytime soon. It's not fair to rush him back. I mean, hopefully injuries wise, it should be okay. So how we play? Yeah, he is. Nick, he is, and I think Costa. I wouldn't have minded Costa, but if he does stay, I'm pleased. The keeper's sorted now, which is good. Oh, here we go, Martin. Anyway, how are you, Bevo, doing? It's
Hey, Martin, if you've not watched that biblical rant, mate, I tell you, go back and give it a watch. I spit facts, mate. Everything that I say, even now, I will hold that and say, do you know what? Everything I said, I meant, and I still mean it now. But yeah, I'm good. I mean, I'll give you a call at some point, Martin. Obviously, you know the crack. I'll give you a call soon, mate. Let you know how I'm getting on.
Yeah. But I say, always good to see you, mate. Anyway, it's good to see you back in the base again. And you know what? It's been nice recently. It's been less negative recently, which is nice. We're getting a little bit, well, not much better. We're still a little long way back to where it should be, but we're getting a little better. Bit by bit, and back to normality again because it's been a mad season anyway. Which new player do you think Haldane was on about when I spoke which players? But you're looking forward to watching season when he said you'll be. Ooh, that's a good question because I've wondered that myself, mate. Because I think I was Shirky. It could be. The way he's. I would if it imagine that. Oh yeah, it's Divine. He's 17 years old. I wish it was, but. What it is, I think it's someone that I think I said it before on a tweet. I think it's someone that even the ITKs.
I think it'll be Cherky or Reinders. I think it has to be one of them. He just can't officially say Cherky or Reinders because they've not yet signed. So I don't think it's as deep as what people think. I think it's one of the. I think it's because don't forget as well, like this conversation that he had with what's his face was the day after Fulham. So at that point, we were heavily linked with Wirtz. We could have been, we could have been going on for Wirtz. He might be thinking, oh, I'm really looking forward to watching Wirtz play. Like. You just don't know. This was the day after Fulham. Like, it's taken a couple of weeks to come out. Or maybe he's just saying you'll see as a bit of a clickbait to get the fans excited.
Probably, yeah. Offering 1 year contract to get a fee, what longer he meant. Like, oh, right, yeah. Well, do you know what? I wouldn't mind that. Like, if we're saying, right, stay 1 more year and we take like next season for a fee, fine. Because, look, I imagine... We've already sounded out Costa, probably. And maybe he doesn't want to go yet. Let's just say he doesn't want to go yet. And obviously Garcia's going Barcelona apparently, which again, like if Shetty's staying another year, then I don't really get that move. But
it's crazy because it's like even yesterday. Like yesterday, the news was coming out. It's like, oh, City are looking at Donnarumma. It's like, no, we're not. Like,
fuck off.
Like, I tell you, I swear the media now just make shit up as they go along. Like,
PSG, oh yeah, you want to do yeah? £100 million, please.
I swear they're just making stuff up as they go along.
Yeah, wafflers, man, wafflers. Remember that love Costa? Yeah, don't we all, Martin? Well, Starbucks. Costa. Depends what you prefer. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll ask a question. Starbucks or Costa? Was a weird one. Do you know what it is, right? It's a bit of a weird debate. I like Costa hot chocolate, but Starbucks I prefer coffee. That's where I'm at of it. I like if I want good coffee, I go to Starbucks. It's more American style. But if I want a good hot chocolate or a cup of tea, Costa. That's where I'm at with that kind of stuff. That's tangent there, but you know,
I just make it at home and save myself about 35 quid.
I've heard that as well. Get the yeah. No,
I'm saving for a
big
mortgage here, mate. Like I can't be affording £35 coffees.
but a big up Martin though, mate. It's good to see you back in the chat again. I'm going away 6 weeks. Lol, too. Yeah, I know you. I watched your audio, mate. I said apparently the internet's crap in Turkey, so like, oh, you can be screwed when he's out there. But at that point, mate, business is done hopefully at that point. But knowing this club, mate, it probably won't be. There's always something, mate. This club, there's always something mate, around that's lurking around. The problem is, hold on, come on. The problem isn't Costa. It's nobody has made any offers for Eddie and Ortega. We can't buy until we have solid. But yeah, that's probably true. Because if no one wants Edison, then what's the point? Otherwise, it's just another keeper there. And three keepers that are going to be able to rotate.
The other thing is as well is it would have to be Edison. You're not gonna sell Ortega and bring Costa in as a number two, and you're not going to allow Eddie to be the number two either. So it's all about relatives. Like, you know, if you get rid of the number two, you replace him with a good number two. If you replace Eddie, then you replace him with a Costa. It's just one of them things.
Yeah, no, and I agree with that.
You've got Scotty Carson on the bench as well.
And so far, he's still here, isn't he? He's still here. He hasn't told he's gone yet.
Yeah, there's been no news that he's leaving. So
no, I'm still here. Another season. I mean,
unless he's quietly stuck through the back door, as far as I'm concerned, he's let the club.
Yeah, back door. Nobody transfer announcement. Your body gone. But Joe Watts today. Have you heard that? Is it John Textor apparently owes Leon and also Palace, doesn't he? And he has a stake in both of them. Apparently, that's against European rules. Apparently.
Oh well, yeah, it was the same with City and Girona, wasn't it? They couldn't play in the same tournament.
So apparently, apparently is it a sort of like is it a court or is it the Europe thing away for something about it? So I'm interested to see how it pans out because if Palace don't have Euro League, does that mean someone else gets it?
Well, I don't know how it'd work. I think what he'd have to do is he'd have to sell the majority of his shares.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then whatever happens with Palace next year, he would have known about this. Like, surely as a businessman, he would have known about this before Palace, won the FA Cup. Like,
yeah.
you'd think so, wouldn't you?
You think so? Yeah, you would think so. Do you think it's realistic to get Livramento and Gibbs White? I'm thinking it'd just be one of them. When would you guys choose? Livramento for me. I think Gibbs White for the price that the town are thinking for him, and it's a position that they don't really need right now because we're getting players in for him. I think Livramento rather put him. He's a full back. I mean, we need a right back. That's where I'm anyway with it, but I wouldn't go Gibbs White. I mean, as Martin says, Martin says about Gibbs White, apparently it's off at the moment because of asking price.
Yeah.
See, Martin, I'm not sure you're going to say it's me, mate. I actually recommend over Gibbs White, I think, right now, especially with our current squad right now. I think we definitely need a right back for sure.
What do you mean by we have a real HG issue soon?
Homegrown issue. Homegrown. Which is fair enough. So, yeah. But I'd rather put it on Livramento to Gibbs White. That's where I'm at. Anyway, that's what I want to see. 4 points to your opponent. Oh, really? April 7th deadline to do that? Oh my god!
The thing is, though, in all fairness to Palace, they never expected to win the FA Cup, so they never thought they'd have to have done that.
I know it's a bit. There has to be a
It's a bit
caveat.
tight, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it's a bit-
surely you'd think that once the season ends, you'd give them a couple of weeks to get their affairs in order.
you think so? Yeah, you think so, wouldn't you? Oh, right, that makes sense. That's in April. Stop a fiddling system. That's why they had to go to court. Oh, so I imagine in court they probably had to get something sorted in court over it, which is a shame for Palace, but it is what it is, isn't it? It's one of those things that happens. You also aren't going to roll over and live mentor. They are targeting us. Grealish in the deal.
The only problem with that is, I agree, and I think that that's probably what we'll use as a sweetener. Or potentially even McAtee in the deal as a sweetener. The problem with it is we're already losing Kyle Walker as the right back option anyway. If we end up losing like a Jack or a James McAtee as well, we're losing 2 homegrown and replacing him with 1. We're already borderline on the homegrowns. We don't want to be, and don't forget as well, there's the potential for John Stones to be leaving as well, going back to Everton. So that's 3 homegrowns you're losing. If you want to chuck Calvin Phillips in it as well, I don't know if he counts. That's 4 homegrowns that you're losing. You're losing 4 English players and replacing them with currently 1. It's. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet at some point, and I think that's the reason why we'll end up keeping Scott Carson as a number 3, just to bloat out the homegrowns a bit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Fair enough. There you go. I think with Forest, though, it makes sense because obviously Forest were actually in European places at that time, so it makes sense that you would do it in April to, cover it in court. Spurs are back in. Well, yes, I've heard that as well about Spurs being in for Jack. But I think, look, either way, right? Jack's out the door. So he's gone in the summer. I can't see him staying. I can't see him staying. Especially at the end of season when for his career he needs to go. He needs to go for save his career. It's a shame. I like Jack, but it's just not worked out well. Apart from apart from the treble season, right, where he was actually really, really good, hasn't really. I think it was. I'm saying that's what has worked out for him overall.
I've said the price that, and I will hold this. I'll keep. I've said it since the day we signed him, and I've not changed my mind on it. The reason why we spent so much money on Jack wasn't a football, not necessarily just a footballing perspective. It was also a global brand and exposure perspective, and what he actually brings to City in terms of publicity. You look when we signed him, the amount of people that were around the Etihad with Jack Grealish haircuts was mad. Like all the kids had Jack Grealish haircuts. He as soon as he signed for us, he ended up becoming the face of Gucci. He ended up getting this mad sponsor with Puma to be the face of Puma. Bringing Jack Grealish in wasn't just a footballing decision. It was also a brand decision and to bring more exposure to the club. And I think from that side of it, it's worked because he has brought a lot of exposure to the club. Not saying that we needed, the Jack Grealish exposure, but it was always nice to have the Jack Grealish brand, I suppose, associated with the club. And yeah, it was like Martin said, it was a marketing decision as well as a football.
Yeah. I mean, I heard a rumor right today, right? That apparently McAtee, City then go McAtee, right? And McAtee will then go to United. United, like
I've heard that McAtee to United. What's going on there?
No, get out. Get out. No, you lot. You ain't getting them at all. Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard with Stone, apparently is it Stone's door to Everton or something like that, or that's been
Yeah, and a link back to Everton. I've heard that'll be a nice little career ender for him. That going back to Everton where he didn't
New
start.
stadium.
Off. Obviously, he was at Barnsley.
new
but
stadium,
new
ground.
stadium. And the thing is that they don't have the same level of expectation at Everton that they do at City. You know, he'll go there, he'll play his football once a week, maybe a couple of times a week if they get a bit further in the FA Cup. But you know, it's a nice little way to end his career. And you know, if he does go, I wish him all the best.
Oh look, honestly, anyone who does go right, look, I don't care who it is, right? I have no bad blood of anyone at this club really at all. Even Walker, I don't. I think wherever they go, right, I wish them all the best. Because at the end of the day, right, these players, right, we're here, mate, and help this club, mate. It's just be I don't care if you don't like him now, or whatever. I think thank you for your service. Thank you for what you give people, what you bought for us, and wish you the best of your career.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at now. But
it's just a shame that his career at City has literally just been riddled by injuries. You know, it's not. You know, someone said to me the other day, "Oh, you know, the way that his injuries have been the last few years." And I'm thinking, the last few years, he's been injury riddled the last like 5-6 years. Like, it's just such a shame. Like, because the thing is, you will never, ever, ever see an English centre back do the things that John Stones did.
Mate, that Champions League final, mate.
That Champions League final was absolutely unreal.
The guy stepped on the volley. I was at that game. We just hit that. I was like, oh, mate. I was.
The one against
the guy. Huh?
The one against Dortmund.
Well, that one and the Leicester goal, where it was like he chipped it down the volley and hit it.
Oh, yeah.
But John Stones, I'll never forget your time at this club. Never will. Honestly, I'm not saying legend because that's a big word to say about anyone. But
I mean,
I
I'd put him in the legend category. I think he's been an exceptional servant for the club.
Do what it is, right? It's not the fact that I'm ahead of it. So I don't know who to say legend anymore because it's so good players for us now.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like look, yeah. Kev obviously is king. He's king up there with Colin Bell and Darren Silva, like top three. You know, obviously I can't say Colin Bell. I never watched him, but you know, again, if you go in the whole club. Wholesale is probably is them three, but if I had to go my own personal top three, I had to sort of have a think about that. But obviously, I think players like John Stones, but Bernardo Silva, another one as well. That's been a great player for us as well over the years. You know, I mean, there's so many players like that. I think one will actually break it down, mate. That Centurions team, because that team as well was unbelievable in itself. But even teams past that as well.
Yeah. Well, it was like I was saying to Martin on Spaces a few weeks ago. Like they were saying, "Oh, you know, does Kev get a statue?" And I was like, "Yeah, obviously." But then I thought about it. And I thought, what actually constitutes a player at our club getting a statue? Like what when you deep it, like what constitutes a player at this football club getting a statue? Like, is it trophies? Because if that's the case, you know, Bernardo Silva's won like 5 or 6 Premier League titles. Like, surely that constitutes getting a trophy. Like, is it individual performances that, or you know, a collective of performances over the time of the club? Because you could argue and say Bernardo Silva's been absolutely pivotal to the club over the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Like, what constitutes getting a trophy? And I think that's a real question. Stones to have it on the free. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would be nice actually. Yeah. Oh, and when Martin and when United, mate, I'm fuming. I don't know what he's thinking. Honestly,
I don't think United can afford him. I really don't. United are losing money left, right, and centre. They can't even afford beans on toast for their staff. There's no way they're forking out 50-60 million for a player.
But
no way.
Couldn't you? What are you doing? Oh, but I can say that no, you can't. I'm sorry. No matter who goes in there, mate, ain't got a chance. You don't, because the way I club is, mate, couldn't you just wasting his time there, mate? Wasting his career there. Better off Wolves. Better off
Yeah.
doing Wolves than what he gets United.
Well, the thing is, people actually said the other day, like, and I actually agree with it. Someone said going
Yeah,
from
mate.
Wolves
Take
to
care, mate.
United. Oh,
Bye,
see you
mate.
later, Martin.
Okay, mate.
Someone said the other day, going from Wolves to United is a step down. Well, technically, if you're talking about the Premier League table last year, then yeah, it is.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, that's a big up, Mark. Big up the chat so far. Obviously, tuning in. We're almost around a quarter in so far. Big up to you guys, obviously, for chatting away as always. Do you know what? We'll get back to the actual tweet quickly and we'll sort of brush through them where we can. I won't go into every single one. I'll just go over the ones that are quite important, obviously. And we'll also try and get towards is it the Khaldoon one as well? That's worth discussing as well. The Khaldoon ones are worth going through. I'll try and get to them if possible. So agency priority versus City squad being for sale if the price is right, and it's very most likely that the team who's starting this season will be. That's all this for. Hey, that's interesting. Seeing that was an interesting tweet. Yeah, about players could be out the door. Now I imagine some players will be staying, but I think it's true in a way. I think it probably is true. I think City are looking at it. They are, and I think. By the way, this kit. How thoughts on it?
Do you want my honest opinion?
Go on.
I think it's a money making scam.
Yep.
They're releasing these two kits just for the Club World Cup. These kits aren't going to be used next season because they've got that disgusting rain looking one and that beautiful black kit. After how long's the Club World Cup? It's like 2 weeks, something like
that. About a month.
I mean, if you were to look at each of those kits, they're probably selling them for what? 40, 50, 60 quid each, if not 70 quid each.
Like that, yeah. Well, mate, as I go to a certain dockyard or a gate and get them, but
you're talking just for yourself. If you wanted to buy both of them, you could be talking upwards of 140, 150 quid for the sake of shirts that they're going to wear for a month. I don't get it. I think it's just a money-making scheme.
It's a bit weird, yeah.
I don't think that they'll sell very well at all, if I'm being honest, but just me.
Well, let's skip on that. Right, here we go. Right. Well, now on Tuesday, I'm just going to brush through all these updated birthday tweets. Come on, honestly, mate, it's been very slow recently. Right, here we go. Right, here's another one. Ardon Jashari. Now, I'm very sure you and Alf talked about this recently. I think this is a player that we're looking at for the future rather than now. I don't think it's a player we're looking at right now.
I can't say that I've seen anything of him. Like, I don't watch Club Brugge.
Well, Alf does. I asked Alf. Alf said basically he's a good player, but apparently he's staying anyway. So that's yeah. Now, there's a thought. Close reminders that the midfielder had a vulnerable booked Ibiza at the beginning of July when family nets has now been cancelled. Which tells me, mate, it's pretty much done at this point then. Because there's no way he cancel a holiday, mate. If at the beginning of July, right? If he was going to Club World Cup, we'll see. Although I will say though,
I've just seen the chat. Nick said, "Who's the kid from PSG?" He'll be on about that Sangare that we've just signed on a free.
To be fair, apparently he's a good player.
He is a baller. I think he scored back-to-back hat tricks within his last 5 games or 4 games for PSG.
I think he's a player that will definitely look a future.
I don't think he is. He will be another one of these players that comes into the academy. We bought him in for free. We'll flip him for 10, 15 million quid next summer. I think it'll just be one of them.
Yeah. Now
we bought him in for free. It's cost nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I hope we keep hold of him. But I mean, we've got Haaland for 10 years. We don't really need him.
Now, Tuesday, mate, I was like, yes, Man City have joined the Ryan Cherky, believed to the Lyon midfielder as a potential summer signing. Clubs widely believe that the William Roll has a release clause in his contract. Right now, the release clause apparently isn't true. I think it says it isn't true. Apparently, wait, is it true?
No, the release clause isn't true, but PSG. Leon are looking for around 30 million euros for him.
Which is great. still
which
good.
I mean is exceptional. Like, bearing in mind, like the fact that he's 21 years old, like you're looking at a serious talent. I mean, we're quite fortunate, really, that PSG again, Leon are in a position where they have to sell, like, because they are financially effed, like, completely.
They are right now, and it's a great bit of deal. Now here we go. So now Jean Garcia, obviously, I think it has been confirmed or close that he's obviously going to Barcelona now. I think is that right? I think was that right?
Yeah, I mean, there was talk that he preferred Newcastle over us, which I find mad. But oh well, whatever.
But I think it's Barcelona.
Yeah, he'll end up at Barcelona. Espanyol's like, isn't Espanyol in Barcelona, like, or just outside?
Well, I think so. Obviously, the same city, but which, by the way, mate, is quite a Figo move, isn't it? Going from one.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, but the thing is Espanyol and Barcelona aren't really rivals. It's kind of like in a way like Liverpool, Everton, like they're so far apart in terms of like quality that they're just not really considered rivals. Just like they share the same city.
Yeah,
and obviously Barcelona would be a jump up for him. He wouldn't ever have to move home. He could live in the same place. So
yeah, fair enough. 60 cost. The cost of ones I think since then it's died down a bit since Edison and Ortega news really. So it's definitely more of a I mean keeper wise, mate. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I'm still unsure on.
Well, Pep came out today, didn't he, and said he expects them to both stay. So
yeah. Come to Bruyne to Napoli. See, Napoli, by the way, is a good move for him. By the way, Serie A champion, the Champions League, mate. Great move for him.
Yeah.
Out of 10, 5. Best for being real. I think up final loss in that as well.
So yeah, a Southampton draw, a Palace loss,
3 wins. I'll go 5.
The Wolves game I was at, it wasn't the best of games. We did what we needed to do. I'd say for what we needed to get out of it, you could argue and say it was like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 because we did what we needed to do, with the exception of winning the FA Cup. But in terms of actual performances, when you deep it, the only real good performances were probably the last 2. The 3-1 against Bournemouth was probably the best I've seen us all season. And the 2-0 against Fulham was just a game that we just managed to... We just went through the motions and did what we needed to do.
Yeah. No, exactly. Let's have a look. So, messed up. So, here we go. So, now... When it came out, no one knew what was going to happen next today, but obviously, apparently, the back staff being ready for talks with City over renewals. This was before we heard about what happened there. It's weird how that came out, and they let it man, we're leaving now.
Just to let you know as well, from what I've heard today, the Rodri one is basically as good as done.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's what I've sort of seen as well and heard about. But imagine that'll probably be announced soon, probably.
Yeah.
Season start. That'll be good. Yeah, coach. Yeah, well, the thing is, with this, right? It's obviously been confirmed, but I think this is good, mate. The fact that Pep's having a change up after it's brilliant. It's what we need. A refresh. One sure if it's okay. It's all good. Do you know what it is, right? I think if there's one guy that I'm happy that's going, it's Juan Malilo. I'm happy he's going because honestly, that guy, what do you even do? What do you even do? Just waffle the
Like,
wrestling.
I think he. I feel like with Lilo, like in the past, he's been a good servant to the club, but I kind of feel like you need someone like a Linders that's gonna challenge Pep on decisions. I feel like Lilo has always just been like a bit of a yes man.
Yeah.
Like whenever Pep said, "Do you think this is a good idea?" It's like he's always felt to me like he's been a bit of a yes man, and he doesn't actually go against the grain. And I feel like Linders will take it to Pep if Pep doesn't like what Pep's saying. Wow, that's confusing.
What Pep does this, Pep does that. Pep.
So Pep's gonna give Pep a pep talk, and then Pep is gonna tell Pep where he thinks that Pep's gone wrong.
Do you know what? Here you go. That now says, "Oh, Pep out. Which one?" Sorry, Alf. Be clear.
then-
Who do you mean now?
and then-
Pep out.
And then Ryan is going to pass to Ryan, and then Ryan is going to score because Ryan ain't Noiri and Ryan Cherky.
For God's sake! And two Algerians, like great. Mahrez goes.
Well,
one
what's
goes
the other
to
one?
250.
So you're going to have two Peps, two Ryans, and there was something else. I can't remember what it was. Nah, I've forgotten.
Yeah, I forgot, but I'm sure I'll come at some point. Yeah, but I think Lilo for me is great, and also is it Vicens going as well? Vicens going and Dominguez as well. I think are going. Well. It's great.
Yeah, Nick Jackson, you've got it spot on.
Oh, there we go. Hold on.
Do you remember him?
Yeah. I remember that, yeah. Oh, by the way, was it is it Hawk? That's the guy, but it's actually he went on the tour. I went to see one of the actually quite funny guy. He's like not really a comedian. He's just a character.
He is classed as a comedian though. He's the posh one, isn't he, that wears the like the silk robes and stuff. Yeah, who's the pep talker? Yeah.
It was to Rodrigo. But yeah, well, I think Rodrigo for me, I'm kind of like I'm on the back burner for that one. I'm kind of like look, if we see something cool, I'm not getting carried away with that one. I've got to see actual proof. I think we're kind of looking at for 3 players right now. I'm probably get right back and put some out. I think City are looking at a few players for right now. Then someone. A lot of people probably think that these 3 that's it. We're done. I doubt it still. I doubt it. Definitely not. I imagine there's more to come this summer, but I think it would just be a case of who goes for getting more in probably. So it's just interesting to see who goes next, definitely. So here we go. So Carlos Vicens and Dominguez obviously both at the club in addition to Lilo. Which, by the way, as I said before, I'm happy they're gone. A change up needed for sure. And was it Vicens the guy who did
the set piece coach needed to go? He was awful.
He was a terrible, wasn't
he gave away more free tickets in one game than he managed to successfully do in set pieces in a season.
Probably like poor City tickets, mate. Get your business room, but what's going on here?
He didn't even manage to successfully navigate four successful set pieces in the season, but gave away 4 tickets.
There you go. Yeah, probably a set piece coach. Do you know what? Poor Braga. Poor Braga, mate. Good luck, Braga. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah, but here we go. So I think the reason why City got suggestions about Dino, I think was because apparently he wants to carry on playing. which is fair enough. But I imagine though in the future he'll probably join at some point probably. But it's a shame because I could also have to have him now. But it is what it is, isn't it? Shame. Best of Foden, but Johnson's 31, 35. Get out of the club, mate. Old man, you're still here. Right, it's on Wednesday now. Come on, Twitter. It's slow today. Come on. Right, here we go. Yeah, no, it's not City. Now then, mate, close, mate, to Caldo interview section of the. So yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, mate. Wish all the best. Here we go. So Man City will use under 21 coach Ben Wilkinson as assistant Craig Mudd at the upcoming World Cup to have prepare for reach up on the first team. I mean, is news? I guess it's more like okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm not really. I imagine it's like what is it like a Mukasa and that Heskey probably in the squad. So
yeah, it'll because they will take some of the youngsters. Like they're not just going to take. I think contractually, I think they have to take some of like the top players in order to be eligible to play.
Yeah.
But I can see the likes of Phil Foden probably getting a break from it. Obviously, you've got Kovacic that's injured, Bob that's probably injured. So I can see a couple of these young talents like Echeverry and maybe Mukasa and a few of the others actually getting some game time. So, and also the fact that we've just sacked half of the fucking half of the coaching staff, like it's probably going to be a case of let's just bring these to kind of help out until we can get a replacement.
Yeah. Right. So officially now, this is left the position of City assistant and a manager of Braga. Good luck. Lilo Dominguez after roles. There you go. So that's confirmed now that they're out the door. That's good. It finally got a change up, which is nice. There we go. So Man City has now finally moved on to Diego Costa as their main goalkeeper target for the summer after Jun Garcia narrowed his option down to Newcastle. Remember, I saw that, I was like, what? Newcastle, Barcelona? What? Newcastle? That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Seeing that?
Fair enough. Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Yeah. Jacob Wright, I mean, yeah. Look, I'm not sure. Look, I was a Jacob Wright truther, but it is what it is, mate. Gone to Norwich.
He was never going to get game time at City. Let's just be real. It's just one of them things. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's what it is. But I wish him all the best, though. Wish him all the best at Norwich. Mate, but that picture, mate, was awesome picture.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah.
I wonder where it was taken.
Yeah, so do I. But Joy, he deserves one more. Is it another UCL in there? Not just one. But
have you seen the video for this picture?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that. It was good. It was good.
Where you had the builder, like, or whatever he was, putting all the trophies there while he was on the phone. Yeah,
it was good. Actually, I like that.
I tell you what, when I was watching that, I thought City's marketing team this last year or so has really upped their game a bit.
Haaland, man, I love Haaland, man. It's funny reading a bit.
Have you seen what he's reading as well? Can you see? I think it's the Financial Times.
It is. It is 100 times.
Wow, he's just riding around on his private jet.
Yeah, I do you know what, I love him, man. I love him. He's great. Oh yeah, the Isco. Yeah, something like that. It's a very good proposal for Man City for Johnny Reinders. I thought it was very positive. The City wanting a deal at the next stage. Reported to JFM. Reinders has already said yes to a move. It was almost on the player side. So obviously progress has been made. Obviously the Reinders deal apparently, which is good, I suppose. City will focus on Ryan Cherky next week for the demo. So I know this guy is the best source, but then again, a lot of things that come from him tend to sort of go on to actually big things anyway. So it obviously is a good reason. So now on Thursday, mate. Now on Thursday. So reports are clear the City Rollers sitting close to completion. Just quickly going to move upwards a little bit. Right, right. Now on to Romano. City make contact. There's not initial talks. A deal for Rocky. The 21-year-old is up to the top of this for number 10 position with Morgan Gibbs White. A Frenchman is also aware of City's interest. Do you find funny right about that? It's like we went from Gibbs White to priority with Verts, then Verts went. And I thought it was Gibbs White, and I thought it was Gibbs White and Shirky, and it was Shirky Gibbs White, and then it was Shirky. You notice that like changeover in the last 4 weeks.
I honestly believe that we were initially looking at both of them to bring both of them in, but I think we'll just end up getting the one.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Yeah, do you know what, Max Aline, right? I like seeing it.
He's a very good player as well. He's a very good defender.
But the fact he said that we will see. Hopefully, play for Man City as a play for the first team from the academy. I've got to go away on holiday. Hopefully, go to the Club World Cup. Show manager what I can do. The fact that he's willing, mate, to show what he can do, mate, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some balls to say. Hopefully, he can go on the Club World Cup so he can show Pep what he can do. Like, fair play to you, kid. Like, you know, you're not. You look at other players around his age that, you know, decided to up and leave the club. The likes of Morgan Rogers, the like of, you know, Sancho, you know, other players as well. Like he's genuinely willing to stay and fight for his space, and good on him.
No, exactly. You know, it's great. You know, I have to say now. See, Simpson Pusey, right? I'm pleased I'm on 21s. I think he's a good player. I don't know whether he's ready for the first team. I know he says he's ready, but I'm not sure on him.
He's ready for first team football, but he's not ready to make the step up to Man City. You know, he's ready in the sense of he'd be good for a Norwich or a Sheffield United or, you know, someone of like a Cardiff, someone of that caliber. I don't see him being ready to jump into the likes of a City or, you know, because you have to put City in the same category now as Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich. You have to.
Yeah.
And I just think that jump's too big.
Oh, mate, here we go. Right. Oh.
That kit is disgusting.
What is that? I mean, first off, mate, that's obviously AI. It's obviously AI, by the way. That's not Haaland. A silver grey face. It is, but it looks AI generated. Haaland.
Yeah, I agree.
Which, by the way, is what AI of a robot. Mate, it's just like you've got the right idea with the badge, right? And the color isn't like terrible, but it's the rain effect I don't like.
It reminds me of that ADOS kit that we had years ago, the grey and green one. Do you remember?
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I remember that. That was weird. Oh mate. I don't remember it. Obviously, when it was out.
I'm gonna. 1 second. Let me see if I can. Unless you want to Google it.
It's all right. You know, if you share your screen, I'll try and get up there. Right. Calvin, obviously. Right. So I'll quickly just right. Big up Dash. He's back now. I'm absolutely fucking drunk. Brilliant. Oh, Dash absolutely fucking drunk.
So it looks like it's supposed to be a spin-off. I'll just share my screen.
Yeah.
It looks like it's supposed to be like a spin-off of this kit.
Hold on. Right, yeah. See, right. bear in mind, I remember that kit because again I was like 1-2 years old, so I'm not sure I know that one. But it is a. I remember seeing that kit. Like obviously, got a couple of years and sort of going around
It's
my
the
kit.
same. It's the same colours. It's the dark blue, the green, and the grey.
It's weird. It's a weird kit. A weird kit. Also, it's not for us a bunch of bloody hell. That's demonetized apparently. Agree on a fee, go back on it, so they want 10 minutes. I'll be honest with you, right? I'm happy City are playing well on that rather than sort of just sucking up and paying the money. If Forest are being hardball, mate, don't fall in that trap. Don't do it. I'd rather us sort of have a.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm laughing at
that. Dash is drunk. He's definitely drunk. I'm not sorry. This is Dash after dark. It's like Dash on a weather run.
This is Darth Vader.
It's like forget Forest, just walk away. Only same, but yeah, exactly, Nick. I agree with that one. Just forget if Forest are playing hardball, get Shirky, get. I'm not messing around. Yeah. Right. Back to the right. So we're on Khaldoon now. So let's talk. We'll go through the whole thing. I'm not going to go through just. I'm going to go through the right one. So. Is there on Kevin De Bruyne? Kevin De Bruyne's been extraordinary. My view is from the fans, I see from the football of these years, obviously as chair, but also as a fan of Man City. In my view, he's the greatest to play for this club. His accomplishments speak for themselves. His accomplishments in the trophies that tally number of Premier Leagues, the Champions League, FA Cups, Community Shields, Carabao Cups is unbelievable. Tally the highest of any player that's ever played. Personal achievements, twice PFA Player of the Year. He's been captain, a leader, teammate, everything that you hope for, your most important player. His influence on everyone from the academy, community, fans, not just Man City, but of football, all over the world is unquestionable. Kevin really transcends this team, and I'm so proud of what he's accomplished. It's one of the best decisions that we took. The day we took the decision to Kevin to bring him in, some people were overpaid. Shout out the lads on so Saturday, the old meme. But by the way, right, Kevin, bang on. Everything said there was bang on. It's he transcends.
The way that he fully handled himself in that whole interview.
Oh, people just back in a bit, probably just a bit. Yeah, but the way he handled, the way Khaldoon is right, it's just he transcends himself. The way he sort of delivers the sort of his faults and that, it's great. And Guehi, in my opinion, Guehi choice. Nori to start, neither can I. If I, mate, that's great. Khaldoon is a proper ambition that he can't dismiss. Yeah, I know. We'll go into that in a bit as well. That's worth discussing that because I think that's definitely it's something that we obviously talked about this season. Obviously, with the process. Now we'll have a chat about that when Bevo gets back on stream in a bit. I'm sure we're back on in a little bit when the internet gets sorted out. But yeah, the first off is a bit weird for me. I'll have to go on to that in a little bit. But we'll big up Rajat, bro. We'll be doing good. We're doing a panel show on Wednesday. You want to come on and as you say, mate, I'll send the link to you if you're around at that point. It's a bit about I think 8 p.m. up 8 UK time. So we'll also let you know about that. Obviously, anyway, but I've got your Twitter, so if you want to join it, let me know. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for them to get back on. But if you have people, if you're going to stream everybody, subscribe channel already on the road to 2K by the end of the year, possible. Big up to you guys for support so far. We also appreciate it. A lot to look forward to this year coming up. Oh, it should be a good one. See if he's meshed me at all. That he's he's probably trying to get back on now anyway. So I'll move on up a little bit to the next one. Right, here we go. Right, so hopefully I'll be in a little bit. Yeah, so environment is people, culture, and I think the club today, is a great culture. That's what brings them to the magic of all the trophies. Kevin De Bruyne was an incredible player. Oh, there he is. All good.
All good.
Right. But yeah, but as you were saying about Kev, mate, and carry on. So just carry on. You just do that for you. But yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. What a player! What a player he's been for the club.
Right.
He's and as a person, well, not just a player, mate. As a person, mate. As a person himself, just an unbelievable person as well. Just
The way that he carried himself as a professional right the way through his entire career at City and before, when he was at Chelsea, didn't really get a look in, went to Wolfsburg, performed really, really well at Wolfsburg. And just the utmost professional. Was never a player that you saw in the media, like you see, some of these players like Rashford, for example. After getting battered, he, in a game, he was going out getting hammered in nightclubs and stuff. Like, very, very professional player, kept his private life incredibly private, and just the utmost professional player that you could ever wish to have at your club. And I'm very fortunate to say that he is one of these players that is a generational talent, and it's not a player that you're ever going to see again. You're never going to see anything like De Bruyne again, because the way that De Bruyne the way that De Bruyne plays is a way of is a player that likes to take risks. Doesn't care about the whole G&A and stat padding with passing accuracy and stuff like that. He would rather make 20 passes and out of the 20, only one of them successful, but that one is the one that scores the winning goal. That leads to the winning goal.
Yeah.
You see far too many players now play a sideways pass or a backwards pass because it's the safest option to retain but the ball. He's not about that, and I don't think you're going to see another player like him again because of the reasons that managers want to play this safe football. Players just care about percentages and passing accuracies and stuff now, that I don't think you're ever going to see a player like him again. And I'm very fortunate, and we've been very fortunate enough to say that we've seen him live a good number of times, and I'm very, very lucky to have been a part of this fan base through the incredible years that we've had with him.
100%. As I said, environment is people, culture. I think the club today is a great culture, brings on trophies. Kevin De Bruyne was an incredible player, but an incredible team around him, incredible coaching staff, an incredible organisation supporting. I have to say, the best fans in the world, and the fan has been amazing. All that together is what makes the club so special. And agreed again, it's bang on. And next one, this is also very important. So, we'll be back. This season is a season that's now behind us. Today is a new day. We start working and preparing next season. We're doing that since it's January. We'll take all the good things, not the good things from this season, and learn from it, improve from it, get better. I can assure you this club will do everything possible to come back to the standards that we know that we can achieve, and we know we will achieve. Really, if that's what we're thinking on right now, is just turn that page from last season and just immediately start focusing on that season. Out right there, people, is mentality. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. Bang on the money. It's been a just shocking season overall. Like, it's absolutely terrible, and I'm just happy that we've finally just got the season out of the way. It's been absolutely shocking, but I'm pleased that Cal doing has a mentality. But again, as I said before, actions speak loud. It's if players in, great. I'm sure we will get the players in, but I've got to see the action first before we can sort of say, very delivered. But we'll see what happens. Apparently, Al Hilal struck this agreement to sign Theo Hernandez from AC Milan. Al Hilal. Really, Leo?
What?
Theo Hernandez is going, apparently has agreed to deal with Halal.
What a waste of a talent.
By the way, I'll give you a bit of news from Bosh. 5-6 weeks ago, we were literally on Milan for Kyle Walker. We were legally allowed to tap him with Theo Hernandez, but we never moved to him. Don't know why. Probably because we want to have a left back for the next 10 years. Fine. But if he's got the Al Hilal, bro, if we've got him for him, right, I'm very sure, right, we're going to chat with himself, with him and agents, right? If he's going to have Saudi instead of us, then I'm not, mate, go on.
I am.
Honestly.
I'll be real. Like, he would be my number one left back option, and that's nothing against Aït-Nouri. I'm not saying that Aït-Nouri is a worse player, but for me, Theo Hernandez would just be like the dream left back. Just for me, just as much as Hakimi would be my dream right back.
Yeah. I don't get it, mate. What waste of talent? Go for AC Milan to play Saudi. Look, Saudi, whatever, right? But it's not. Why?
He's such a player as well. Like, that is such wasted talent. I think the guy's only about 27, 28. Isn't he?
He is, yeah. I don't get it, mate. I don't get it at all.
I mean, he's definitely declined too early. Like, he could have had another 3 years, 4 years at a decent club and then gone to Al.
AC Milan, mate, for me, I've been on team. Look where they are now, mate. Terrible team now. 9th place. Yeah. No Europe next year. But yeah, but go back.
I mean, there's no shock that as soon as they got Kyle Walker, they inevitably ended up worse.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now back to Khaldoon. Everyone saw Fulham, all the players. They're excited about coming back. Nobody feels good about how we finished the season. They want to come back hungry and concede the hunger. Don't these people want to come back to pre-season? Normally these players are off and starting to think about vacation. Honestly, every player I spoke to was telling me we're coming back. We're ready to come back in 3 weeks. I was speaking to Rodri as an example. He's looking for games. Erling Haaland didn't want to go on vacation. He wants their physios for next season. That's the attitude that you want. That's why you see so positive. We're going to come back strong, which is great. The fact that players know it's been crap and they want to come back stronger is just great. I'm happy that we're sort of having that mentality and a little bit of ambition. Sort of will go on and kick on. I think that's brilliant. For me, a little ambition. I think he wanted to make a living. Yeah, I agree with that. I think if he wants to come Premier League, mate, we're done. It's like Verts, mate. At the end of the day, our players don't want to be not be for a paycheck. They have to be here because they want to be part of the club, a part of the project, part moving forward. Not just here just for money and for the clout. Not at all. Yeah, it's just weird. It's motivated by money, not by my trophy. Exactly, mate. I agree on that one. But yeah, I get with Remember, I get the money's expensive, man. But it's like the new China, mate. The new league gets big, and it's like all big money going there, big money here. It's all it is, mate. It's a big money league. I'm not saying the quality terrible, but it's like, come on, like, is it what you want? What you want is money. I mean, fine, but it's just. A lot of players who go over there, it feels like a waste of time, really does. But hey, whatever, mate, whatever he wants to do with his career, he want to do with it. But no, but Bevo, mate, that mentality that the players have, Rodri and Haaland, mate, want to come back straight away, running on holiday, it just shows that the players know, mate, that I want to come back stronger. I want to come back with a fresh.
I mean, Rodri, you can kind of understand because he's basically missed like most of the season. So just as he gets fit and ready to play, it's like, oh, season's ended. So I bet he's like, no, like, like he's tried to get himself back ready, fit for the end of the season, which he's managed to do. But then the season's ended, and he's like, no, I want to play. So with him, I can kind of understand. With Haaland, I think that's just a reactionary thing because of the kind of player that he is and the kind of person that he is. I think from Pep right the way through to Foden, everyone needs a break. And I think I'm going to be honest, and I hope someone from the footballing world, from FIFA, UEFA, who, you know, predominantly FIFA and the FA, I hope that they should be absolutely disgusted in themselves the amount that they're getting these players to play football. They've just finished the season. It's been a brutal season. You know, FA Cup final, Champions League final was only, what, 2 nights ago? 2-3 nights ago.
Yeah.
And now they're off. Now they're off to play international football. Then they come back from international football, and then they're back training for the Club World Cup. And then the Club World Cup finishes, and they get a few weeks off, and then they're back doing the Premier League again. Honestly, if there's anyone here that does the fixtures for football, they should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. Like, these players, I understand they get paid a lot of money, but they need a break just the same as we all do. Like, I think it's absolutely disgusting the way that they're just spammed out week after week after week to earn, like, the FA and FIFA more money. Now, get to fuck. I think it's absolutely embarrassing from every aspect of every different organisation, whether it be FA, UEFA, FIFA, whoever. You should all be ashamed.
Yeah. Agree on that one, mate. I'm surprised there was no protest. I heard that too, but it's gone quiet. I think the players at some point, mate, have got to revolt at some point, mate. It's good. Like, I'm sorry, right? Money is it's made the world go where it is, and the only way you can change it, mate, is protest. It's the way you can do it. Make a stand. Otherwise, it's gonna be the same. Otherwise, it'll get worse, mate. Every day, mate, it'll be a game. Every day, new games every day.
Phil Foden had to reach out to Thomas Tuchel to say to him, "Can you please leave me out of your selections because I need time to readjust."
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Utterly crazy. Yes, it has to do with that. Right, yeah. Just carry on. I just phone with right now with Ferrani. Spent the day with Cheeky Pep and Hugo. We've finished our last game today. We're working on everybody's going on vacation yet. So that's and here you go. So Man intend to have new signs completed in time for the Club World Cup. So Caldi on Barracks confirmed. We've already identified who exactly are the targets and what positions whether our clear number 1 option, our clear number 2 option. We'll go about our business. It'll be very clear, very swift. Our objective is to be ready to do the Club World Cup, which obviously again is a good sign, but we've got a lot more.
Very swift. He said this when we were talking about signing Reinders, and we still haven't fucking signed him 3 weeks later.
No, we're still here.
Swift, I'll do. Cheers, pal.
Swift, as in Ezekiel, like Zimmer frame.
About as fast as a Suzuki Swift, mate.
I know. Yeah, fucking slow it is. To end up, it's not anyone in aspiration that we've had and a high bar that we've set ourselves, but it's okay, really, is it? There's a lot less we'll never forget. A lot of challenges that we've never dealt with personally, professionally over the last 17 years. A combination of all that experience that I believe will be invaluable for us going forward. Look, I'm all about learn from your mistakes. Always am. And if that is true, fine. All for it. But if next time, mate, happens again, or happens again in the future, I've got to ask questions, mate. If that's the case. I really do. Again, look, for me, right, I'm not going to be someone that's going to constantly go about last season. It is what it is. It's now done. It moved on. But if we're going to get back to where we should be, mate, and we've got to start realizing that that can't happen again. It can't. It has to be on it now. Well, I look back, last time was probably should have been more aggressive in some of the changes we need to do. No shit. Do that costing us this year. Well, at least you admit it. That's positive, I suppose, isn't it? Positives. At least you admit it. You got it wrong.
Accountability. That's what it's all about. You know, you've got Jim will fix it over at United saying we need to save money. We're losing money. Well, maybe all of the poor investment decisions you've made over the last 5-6 years, maybe that shafted you, pal. Like, start taking accountability before taking it out on your staff and making redundancies. Like, you've just made 200 people redundant, but you're buying Brian and Bumo and Cunha. I'm sorry, that's absolutely disgusting. Again, you know, another example of a football team that should be absolutely ashamed of themselves, making cuts to people's wages, you know, and making these staff members, they're not on stupid amounts of money. They've got families, you know, they've got homes. You know, they don't have the sheer levels of money that footballers have in their accounts. You know, they're making 200 of these redundant and then going and sign Brian and Bumo. What an absolute fucking disgraceful football club they are.
Yeah, exactly. One thing we have a pet, which is so fundamental, is one word: trust. We have trust in it goes ways. I think he trusts us, trusts me, trusts the organisation, the club, and we trust him. The trust is what, in good times, allows you to keep winning. In tough times, it's the hardest, and that's where trust really shows up. Yeah, I mean, look, I said before, right? I think the fact that Pep's actually ripping it up is a good sign. He's actually, he's properly, said, what, screw this, I'm gonna sort it out, rather than just like, what, I'll stick with what's there. He said, right, you guys get out the door, new ones come in. Fair enough. It's a funny meme. I would play it, but I'm not gonna get money copyrighted for that.
You should be all right for a minute.
The point, my goodness, Jeff, the world is going mad. You look at the amount of the paying for this boy is just absolutely bonkers.
Chelsea paid £6.7 million for him. Wolfsburg paid 18 million in January of last year, and now we're talking about 50-odd million pounds.
He's a good player, but he's a great player in that respect, for what he's done. Wolfsburg are a good team. They've got into the Champions League, but come on.
But was Jose Mourinho wrong to let him go?
I didn't think so. I didn't think he done it at Chelsea. I think he got loads of Chelseas, but he didn't look part of the Chelsea way at the time, Jeff, and I think it was right for him to go. I mean, if you're buying someone,
big fee for
if you're buying someone for 8 million and you're selling them for £10 million profit, that's a no-brainer for me. And I just, there's players you see and you think, I just don't see this. I don't see £50-odd million for this player. I really do not see it at all. And this is someone who's at the top club in England, Chelsea, playing there and didn't click. So, he's played here before at a top team with top players. I honestly, Jeff, I can't. I thought it was Lira.
I thought it was Lira.
What was Lira? God's sake, man. Oh, the best meme by far, mate. Oh, hold on. Right. So, on the next one. Cal on Haaland. We know what we have, which is the most prolific striker, I think, in the world. We have Erling completely bought into everything that's Manchester City. Incredible person that he's at the right age. And when we look at the next 10 years, Erling is the heart of what we're building. It was, for me, a pretty clear, easy decision contract. Yep, exactly. That's probably one of the best parts of last season, mate. That's me. That's how you do.
Yeah, no, I said a few weeks ago, I said when you look at it, probably you know, you look back at what's happened this season, and whilst, you know, there's a certain person over on LB's panel show that made a bit of a tit of himself, to be honest with you, but basically disagreed with me when I said that if you look back over this season, if you were to tell me that we'd make Champions League football, we've signed Erling Haaland up to a 10-year deal, and Rodri wins the Ballon d'Or, like that is a successful season in most clubs' eyes. You look at Arsenal, right? You look at Chelsea, you look at United, you look at Liverpool, not this season, but Liverpool over the last 2, 3, 4 seasons. If you were to tell them that they've tied down Mo Salah to a 10-year contract and, I don't know, McAllister wins the Ballon d'Or and they've managed to secure Champions League football, like, that would be a successful season for Liverpool fans. So why is it not a successful season for us? Yes, it's not a Premier League. Yes, it wasn't an FA Cup. But signing Haaland down to a 10-year deal, Rodri winning the Ballon d'Or, making an FA Cup final for the third year in a row, and securing Champions League football, like, that is, it's not successful by our standards, but it's still a successful season to most teams.
It absolutely is, yeah. Agreed. Right. What we're focusing on is the future, always. History is great, it's lovely. We celebrate and enjoy it, but then the page flips. There's a new page, right? And the future is what we can do together.
That one I'll just talk to you about, right? So,
yeah.
Do you remember, I've said a few times this season, right? How many times have I said to you this season, it's all well and good winning the treble, but when are we going to shut up about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that not what Khaldoon's saying there?
He's like it's brilliant. They say it's fucking brilliant. Sorry, fucking brilliant. But we're now in the next season, mate. It's now 3 seasons ago now, mate.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, look, don't get me wrong. I'm still
I'm not saying don't celebrate the treble and don't remember that it never happened. Like, obviously, remember that it happened and be grateful for what you've seen. But at some point, we have to stop talking about, like, oh yeah, but we won the treble. Yeah, we won the treble 3 seasons ago. Like, no one cares now. Like, we won the treble then. It's not about then. It's about now. And if we want to continue being an elite football club, we have to move forward. We can't be like United back. Oh, well, we won the treble in 1999 and it was better than Man City's treble. Like, who gives a shit? You've done nothing for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, there has to come a point that you stop talking about things that you've done in the past and look forward to moving forward with things. And you know, like Nick said there, just come off the back of 4 Premier Leagues. It's always going to be a drop off. It was, and I completely agree with that. But like, again, you know, come next season, if we have another poor season, it'd be like, oh, but we won 4 Premier League titles in a row. Yeah, 2 years ago, great, fantastic. But we need to look to the future as well if we want to maintain this trajectory that we're on.
Yeah. And look, before, you know, Nick goes home and away. Obviously, me and you obviously go when we can, home and away possible, depending on what we can do, obviously, of our lives and that. But we'll always back the team, mate, no matter what. No matter if it's in League 2, Premier League, Champions League final, mate. We'll always be there. But it doesn't mean that you can't, you know, call things out when they are. And the last season for me, mate, was, for me, it wasn't just the football, mate, that was terrible. It was the fan base as well that was terrible. Not the ones going home and away, but the ones online, mate. The head's gone massively online. It made doing this content on here unenjoyable at times. It really did. And that's why, for me,
and to be honest, I think that's part of the reason for a lot of the rants that we've had over the course of the season. It's absolutely crazy. And I'll be honest, like, the way that the fans have been this season is absolutely crippled my mental health, you know, in terms of my football mental health, like my general mental health's absolutely spot on. I've gotten absolutely fine, but my footballing mental health, it was right into the ground, mate. Like, I was saying to you, like most weeks, like most days on the phone when we'd sit and have a chat on the phone in the evenings, I'd say to you, like, oh, I really can't be asked doing a show tonight. And it's nothing against the chat, and the chat, if anything, actually make these videos all worthwhile. But it was just the fact of going on stream and having to talk about football. Like, my head wasn't with it.
No, I know what you mean.
And that's partly because of these mutants online. Like, this season has been honestly one of the most difficult seasons mentally to cope with.
Yeah. I was discussing good and bad. The country of Matt, one of the hottest thing cans. Yeah, but the thing is, mate, right? And this is what I've said before. Like, I'm always someone, right? That that I'm never gonna be someone that's gonna like cry over a result. Like, it's football. You win some, you lose some. You get battered 5-1. You batter them 5-1. It happens, right? I mean, someone like myself, right? If I'm in a situation, let's say with you guys on a coach trip, I'll be doing the same thing, getting pissed, having a laugh, because that's what I'm gonna do. Say Bevo, like football is a funny old game. I was say, like, it's a funny old game. Football. Yeah, one day you're this, one day you're that. Like, one day we're shit in League One. The next day, everybody.
Oh mate, I'm strictly forbidden about talking about what happens on our coach. I'm strictly forbidden talking about that. Honestly, God.
Yeah.
Like, what goes on our coach is shocking, but
exactly,
it is
exactly
what makes it. Yeah,
it's the best game. Yeah. Just sharing how many more leagues can we winning? Can we keep going and win? Club World Cups, FA Cups, Carabao Cups, Community Shield? No. I don't want to. More, thank you much. No, don't want them. It's right in the next chapter and the following chapter. Erling Haaland is at the heart of it. I think his commitment goes both ways. It's on the club. He's betting on us. He's telling us telling him, we're betting on you, and the next 10 years, you're going to take us to the next chapters with more trophies and more incredible success. The mentality's there, but it's all about execution. Listen, I've had 2 good friends for sports passed away this year. One, of course, Shez called me yesterday. Oh man, yeah. Do you know what? I didn't know Shez, but I've heard obviously of him, from people that have gone to the games and that. Rest in peace to him. Obviously, a big City fan. Like, it's mad. Year alone, I've lost a lot of City fans this year.
Massive City. Absolutely massive City fan. Yeah. Just appreciate, like what Darsh just said. Appreciate and cherish what you've got, because I'll tell you what, it's a funny old life. You don't know when your time's up, so just make the most of it while you can.
Yeah, and look, I personally didn't know him myself, but I know of him, obviously, but stories of him from people that I know on Twitter and that we've gone home and away. Obviously, and all family and friends, acquaintances from myself and Bevo, everyone in the chat, well, to you guys, it's a difficult time. So I need to realise that Nick as well. Nick is that as well. It's getting stronger. It's why that we ourselves have to be stronger as well for it. We have to keep improving to that way. We're always above the curve. That's how it is. It's all about improving at the right times. But yeah, so just moving on to the next one. On Zhiki, right, here we go. He's a legend. I don't use that word lightly. 13 years. What Zhiki's accomplished, integral in the success of this club every part. How effective football director requires a particular style, vision, approach. If you go into the dictionary and search for football director, I think the picture of Zhiki should be the image that appears. He's the personification of an incredible football director, and everything he's done, everything that he's accomplished, the way he does it. I look at 13 years given to the club. He speaks for himself. His role at the handprint is every one of these trophies. Yeah, Joe what? Yeah. Frustrating as he can be at times, right? He has delivered, mate, some incredible things, mate. He has done.
Here's a question to you and to the chat as well, so get your answers in. Is Cheeky the best sporting director of all time?
I think it could be. But
Not,
this that.
not just for City, but I mean just in general.
Sure. Oh, just carry on. Shed was amazing. My coach broke down Palace, and we'd had 5 hour wait for a new one. Give me a lag on his coach who didn't want. That's amazing, mate. Amazing story. Yeah. And it shows how big of a heart he had, how great a man he obviously was, and it's to me, mate. It's really sad how the good ones die young. Always the good ones die young, man. It's never the ones that in the world that you want to get rid of, mate. It's the ones that like there's many people that who are great pillars of the community and great pillars on the fan base, man. And it's a shame that they lose people like that, man. So yeah, I said RIP, man. Rest in peace. Drunk and spitting facts. Well, so far, yeah, he's spitting facts so far, isn't he? Exactly. What Shiki has done, by the way, is impeccable. I don't care. Like, people hate him what he wants, mate. I never hated him at all. I've been frustrated with him, but I've expected.
Yeah, the last few years have been incredibly frustrating with some of the transfers that he's brought in, how slow it's moved. But at the end of the day, what he's done for this football club, and until I'm told otherwise about buying players that he shouldn't have been able to buy or whatever, until I'm told otherwise, like he definitely has to be one of the best sporting directors of all time. Has to be.
Yeah. Good to see you, my friend. Shiki's one of the best. I think Luis Campos is another level, in my opinion. To meet both Shiki and Campos. I think Campos was very good. I know he was a very good director as well. But I think for me, he's one of the best to me. For me, I won't say the best is going to be a hard one to sell, but yeah, Campos was up there. But Shiki's also good as well. We get frustrated, but we don't see what. Hang on. Yeah, look, I think it's fan frustration. I'm also frustrated at times with City, but again, you're right. We're going on behind the scenes, what goes on, and I'm sure if we did, we have a different point of view. So what we'll do, we'll get on with the rest. So this is coming again to get that balance between football and financial knowledge, making the right decisions in terms of entries and exits. I think he's brought in over £1 billion revenue over from player sales in 13 years of the club. What revenue in 13 years? Bloody hell, that's crazy. That's amazing. They've rebuilt multiple squads, even his new role now in the latest iteration of the work in January. The work he's going to do now with Hugo this summer is a testament to his professionalism. I've always been a big fan of managed transitions, keeping talent as long as physically possible. The managed transition in an effective way. I'm very proud of how he, the club, and how handled the transition. Agreeing with him in a very timely manner over these last months, it's going to be as smooth transition as it's going to get. Which, yeah, exactly. And what I'll do, mate, I'm going to sort of breast through this. I want to get to a certain point. That's all right, Khaldoon? Just so we can sort of get the point across.
Yeah.
But we'll obviously have a quick chat. Yeah. So we should be so proud that this club to finally Ballon d'Or winner in Rodri. We've had at least, let's say, players very good shot at it. Erling, Kevin, and I sort of argue Sergio. Was Sergio ever a Ballon d'Or contestant, mate? Would you say? I'm asking on that.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he had seasons where he deserved to be.
Yeah. But I don't know. But yeah, it's horrible. I think, especially with Messi and Ronaldo being around, it's always going to be hard to sort of get in there and that. But yeah, if Rodri gets Ballon was probably the winner exactly. Rodri Ballon d'Or was such an important player in every possible way on the pitch. He was such a huge miss, a massive miss, but credit to him, he's a top professional. Surgery first and therapy weeks and weeks to a difficult recovery, hard off every player. Some are good, recover well, others not so well. Some players are humans, everybody different. Rodri was top notch, trained, recovered hard, very disciplined, wanted to be on the pitch as soon as physically possible. But we have to be careful, not to physically possible. We're thinking of Rodri for the long term for his career and make sure we play it safe. He's now fully fit and ready. And I know that Rodri is going to come back to the heights of the Ballon d'Or year and more. I'm so excited. Which, yeah, so am I, mate. Bring it on. So I'm excited too for Rodri to come back next season. So we get right. So there was news about Kolo Touré and Pep Lienders. Sorry, go on, mate. We're going to talk.
No.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't sure if we're talking.
No. I was listening to you.
Oh, cool. Okay, no worries. It's fine. We're making sure. I'm just going to catch up with conflict later. Sure that. having Viana to be successful. Do you know what? I think he will be. I mean, I know that's a big prediction to have for Viana, but I think he actually will be a successful guy here as well. I know it's hard to say or easy to predict, but I think just by how he's been so far with it, and especially with Ziki, I think it's fine. So hopefully it'll be, it'll definitely sort of. I think for me, next time makes huge for Viana on his own in summer. That's where it really sort of counts then, especially with him, and taking on his own. That's kind of visual, but just the Brian Clough personality, quite fun to work. Oh, that's good then. I mean, you just look it, but imagine his mentality is elite though. It's just the way he sort of sits with Pep and that. It's very like how Amorim very similar. It takes interest in the player style, which I think is really, really good. But everything at the same time, exactly. Yeah. So just never.
I think you have to be ruthless.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think injury as well didn't help either. But also, when you got them two players at the top of the game, it's hard to even get a conversation for that anyway. So, if Aguero was at another time and it wasn't injured so much, I think he probably had a chance to win the Ballon d'Or.
See, with Sergio, he was a weird sort of player where he was consistently brilliant year after year after year. You could guarantee that with Sergio, you were getting a minimum of 25 goals a season. Minimum.
Yeah.
But he was consistently brilliant every single year, year after year after year. But he never had one season that was just like unbelievable. Like all of his seasons were incredible, but there wasn't one that was like the Messi Ronaldo numbers. And unfortunately, when you've got Messi sticking up like 91 goals in a calendar year, like you're never gonna compete with that. But
no,
what he's done, what Aguero has left City with, he's got the most hat tricks in Premier League history, I believe.
Yeah, still. Right now.
he's got the most goals for a foreign player in the league. Now, bearing in mind,
it's Salah now.
Oh no, it's not.
I think it is. Chat, confirm it to me, please. Is Salah more than? I'm not sure if it. I've heard it. Actual goals through on charts for a while, but then can confirm to me whether that's true or not. I mean, it doesn't matter, mate. Haaland will be there anyway, anyway.
Okay, yeah, no, of course. But in an era where Thierry Henry is like, in a lot of people's eyes, considered the best Premier League player of all time. Like, you've got Sergio Aguero putting up better numbers. Like, I genuinely believe, and I will take this to the grave with me, and I do this the same with a lot of players. I said it about Kevin De Bruyne not that long ago. If Kevin De Bruyne had played for Liverpool, United, Arsenal, a team like that, he would unquestionably go down as the greatest Premier League midfielder ever to exist. But because he plays for Man City and nobody likes Man City, he just goes down as a very good player. And that's the same with Aguero. If Aguero would have played for United or Liverpool or Arsenal or Chelsea or someone along those lines, Aguero would be down as the best foreign Premier League player, striker of all time. He would. And that's without question. People are trying to compare like Aguero to the likes of Drogba and Henry, and Aguero outclasses them in literally all departments, with the exception of Henry and assists.
Yeah, I agree on that one. That's a good point. Now, when I saw this on Thursday, right, it was Thursday, about Kolo Touré and Pep in this, I was like, that was a real shock when I saw that about the difference. I mean, Kolo Touré as well, I knew obviously was in the start for the academy, but Leyendes was like a real like whoa moment. Like, okay, this is out of nowhere. I don't think I see Leyendes in a City situation. There isn't. Yeah, Nick. Exactly. And saying De Bruyne, oh, he's not good as Scholes. Scholes is better. All right, name everything that Scholes and Lampard and Gerrard could do better than he can. Most of it, they always say KB can do better or equal to add. It's all nostalgia, all hate City, mate. They can't let it play that. If Kev was playing with Chelsea, mate, or United, mate, he'd be up there.
It's because they let their hate for City outweigh the bias for the player.
Yeah.
Like, if you were to put Kevin De Bruyne or Sergio Aguero in a Man United team, everyone in the league would be raving about how they're the best players to ever play in the Premier League. But because they play for Man City, they automatically go from being like a 10 out of a 10 down to about a 7 out of 10 because they hate the club that they play for. And it's just wrong. Like, if you hate Man City, fine, whatever. I hate Liverpool. I hate United. But I still appreciate good players when they play. I still appreciate how good Van Nistelrooy was a striker. I can't stand United, but he was an incredible football player.
Agreed, yeah. Now, it's about Liam that Chelsea. I mean, cool, whatever. I mean, have fun, Chelsea, mate, whatever you want to do. To be honest with you, mate, it is what it is. With that. Look, a bit of money, mate, from that deal. 2024 was good. Got the win. You know,
I tell you what, a lot happened on the 29th of May, didn't it? We're still about 20 minutes later. We're still on the 29th of May.
I know, yeah. We are getting there. That's what I'm getting from. Marmoush, excellent player. It's very clear he's been on our radar for a while. We would have been a target for this summer, but when the need was clear, he's come in and you can see he's made it from me. But he has. Marmoush, brilliant, mate. Forward to seeing him this summer, mate, at the Club World Cup and going forward, mate. He's a good player, mate, Marmoush. Talented player. Now, on Kusanov. Another very, very talented central defender we've been watching for a while. Would have been a player we made the move from the summer, but we need to move early. At that moment, there was a lot of injuries in that position, and Kusanov is a type of young, versatile, very talented central defender, would fit perfectly in our group. By the way, mate, Kusanov has been brilliant, mate. Since he came in. Been brilliant. Apart from that little error at Chelsea, mate, brilliant. Been very, very so far. Divin Mubama to Ipswich. I mean, do you really care about this one, mate? About Mubama? Is worth discussing?
No, I think it's a good move for him. Take the 10 bags and see him hopefully back in the Prem again at some point. No doubt we'll probably add a sell-on clause because we add a sell-on clause into every player that we sell.
Yeah, oh yeah. Haaland eating fruit. Haaland TV.
What fruit's that?
Is it dragon fruit? I think because I think it's dragon fruit.
I think the purple one is, but I'm not entirely sure what the yellow one is.
Neither am I. No, it's a bit of a weird one. There you go. See preference for my to go out on loan of it, but yeah, I'm actually probably go anyway, but we'll sort of yeah. Wow, mate, 20 years ago, mate. 3rd May finally, 30th of May. 20 years ago, mate. 20 years ago, mate. Christ. 99. That's mad, that.
I was 6 years old, and I still remember watching it.
I wasn't even born then, by the way, so I can't even comment on this. I watched the whole game, mate. I watched the whole game. I found it. I have to watch it. It was a good game to watch, actually. Heaven Hall pulled it off the goal. Yeah. Come on, computer. Right. So, more breaking news from Matteo Morata and Romano. Man City have now submitted their first offer to AC Milan for Brian, worth around €60 million. The figure is not enough, so negotiations will continue in the next few days. So, the first offer came on a Friday? Yeah, Friday. On Friday, we made our first offer. Well, I think it was earlier than that, but then apparently it was on first evening it came through. So, right, okay, but different sources are saying different things. Right, so now back onto Khaldoon on Vital Hayes. Very, very talented central defender, very versatile, 19 young, but what we think will be a tremendous player for this club. Cool. I imagine we'll see that at some point. On Nico, very talented player, has been on our radar for a while. A very specific needs in that home midfield position in January. again, fair enough. I'm sure we'll see more on him this season. City AC Milan, it is mate, which was big on Friday. We apparently reached an agreement with Reinders for €70 million in total, including bonuses, final bureaucratic details that still to be finalized. So that was obviously the big rumor, wasn't it? The big, I heard from a source that no one really knew of, is it Aquamondo, but what's his? But then again, he's verified and also Italian source. Obviously, there's a reason for it to be believable. Imagine
He's part of the zone Italy, so
yeah. Come on, right. So, Joe, what? I'll skip this bit because it's not Puma and give about this. World Cup is a very serious competition in the summer. The whole world will be watching. A number of top teams in the world will be competing, and I can assure you we're going to give it our best shot. We're going to win it. They're going to try and win. This is the beginning of the new season, not the accumulation of the last. The team will take the rest. They will take right now. Then there's a preseason immediately into the World Cup. Which, by the way, mate, it's good to see, mate. A mentality going to win it rather than just.
Well, of course, there's no point. At the end of the day, you win that 100. You win the competition and get the 120 million quid. Like that pays for a third of your summer transfers.
Yeah,
like that 120 million would literally pay for Reinders, Ain't Nori, and Cherky.
yeah.
Like why would you not go for it? Like you've literally bought in 3 football players for winning that competition. So.
Oh, mate, the Moose goal was mate. That Moose goal was bought, mate. Was unbelievable, wasn't it? Unbelievable goal. They hit that
goal against Bournemouth, goal of the season, unbelievable.
Honestly, mate, he's one player. I know we've got Cherky in that, but at some point, but Marmouche for me, I'm excited to watch him next season. A full season with City.
Especially one more, especially the fact that he's had half a season with us now.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, yeah, I've been brilliant since then. Big up Alf, 35 likes. Yeah, big up Alf.
But just going back to that Nick Jackson message, the one where he said about the Chelsea game with Kusanov.
Yeah.
How many pundits for the best part of 4 or 5 weeks after that Chelsea game still uttered the fact that they were saying how poor he is as a football player, and he's been. Even Mika Richards, who's an ambassador for the football club, said that he was underwhelming. And when they asked why, the guy's played against Chelsea, he's played against Newcastle, he's played against Liverpool, he's played against Arsenal, and he's played against Real Madrid. Just as he's walked into this City team, and the guy can't speak a word of English. He was absolutely phenomenal for what he did in those games. Anyone would have folded.
He kept that Ballon d'Or winner, the left his pocket.
Yeah, he did.
Big up, by the way.
Look who it is. Big moment in the chat. Big moment in the chat.
Big up, by the way. Make sure you subscribe to the channel already. Is he at 4 subs off 900? Big up, man. We'll see you on Wednesday for the panel show, and I'll bet you at some point. But yeah, big up to you, man. As always, you're doing great stuff over the channel over there.
I might even come onto that panel show if you want to.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. If you're up for it, it's again like it's going to be a bit more controlled as last because it went like 9 people on it and went a bit crazy. Try to get about 4 or 5 of us. We'll just get in there and sort of just. I'll say.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make a real conservative effort now to get on 3-4 streams a week.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah. Well, and what I'm gonna do as well, guys, is that if I can't ever make a stream, I'm busy or not, I'll give. Better will add the Elf stream at some point, so he can do a stream from him, so we can get other people on as well. For Alf on or mate, you want to get on? Maybe because I will say this now, LB will be on soon. That is gonna happen before, but LB is down for it. It's good. But I've just got to message him and work out a time that's good for us. But I'll see what about how he. I'm gonna say it next week, hopefully.
I'll get. Don't you worry. I will get some big hitters on this show. Not a problem.
Yeah. But again, LB with me and Bevo, it's going to be worth watching that. It'll be good. It'll be a good chat between us three. Also, big up LB as well for support as well recently. He's been a big support of the channel recently.
By the way, LB
Steve.
won't big up Steve. LB won't mind me doing this, but whilst we're talking about transfers, I have to get this up. It's a chat that I put in on the LB show before, and I've got to bring it up because I think we have, and since we've got one of the 1894 in the chat as well, I think we need to get this chant going.
Yeah, well, if I remove, I should get it up now. Remove the stream quickly from there. Bevo seems calm tonight. Well, he is tonight. You built it up. Yeah, Nick, he's waiting. He's waiting now, Bevo. Come on. He's waiting now.
I'm just sharing screen now.
Yeah, all right. I will remove screen now just so we can get that on there. There's only one Ryan Chucky. Is it Ryan? Jerky, Ryan, Jerky. Ain't right, here we go. Here we go.
That's not good for you. Come to City, man. Be our starting right back, bro. You know what I mean? We wouldn't want to try and get Trippier out of Newcastle because that's not right. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be going to Newcastle trying to get Trips. That's disrespectful to Newcastle. So let them keep Trips, the better right back, and we can get Livramento, guys. Come on, yo, big up Bevo, mate. What are you saying? We are the Cherky boys. We are the Cherky boys. Cherky. Oh yeah, cheeky girls. We are the cheeky boys. We are the cheeky boys. Yeah, come on. That is mad. Oh, who sung that one, man? We are the cheeky girls. Yeah, I remember that song, innit? We are the cheeky girls. Who sung that? Was it like Pop Spice or whatever they're called?
Pop Spice.
Pop Stars.
God's sake.
Pop Stars, man. Now that's crazy. Hey!
Love it.
Mad, bro.
Do you know what?
A tune.
I've got to play
tune.
that song. I'll start
What a
LB.
tune.
We'll do it.
That is a mad tune.
Right. I don't mind this, right? I'm actually thinking, right, for a little bit for that stream, I'll play the song in the background. He sees this, I probably know about it anyway. But yeah, just
I don't think. I was going to say I don't think Nick's happy with it.
No, but I guarantee it's going to happen at some point. It's like, oh, that's
I'll tell you, I am pushing for that to be his song. It has to be.
It's gonna happen. Right, carrying on. So on the stadium expansion, it's coming up very, very fast. It's going to be a great addition to the campus. Dan, we all see, which we start to see. Everybody start particularly seeing a lot clearer. Hotels also coming up nicely. It's moving very, very, very fast. We're happy to be the contractors on the ground. It's going to be a game changer. You'll see it in the next 12 to 18 months. I mean, yeah, it does look good, but as I said before, man, for me, it's a ticking thing. Now we'll get on to the bit. There's something about that, especially with the ID thing, yeah, the visual ID thing. Have you seen that? About that?
Yeah, the new on the new turnstiles.
Yeah. Now here we go. The issue on ticketing is okay. It's played out. I think the management team is working very closely with City Matters, addressing and understanding issues. That's key to solving any issues. Understand what the issues are and really speak and try to work it out. What I'm sure about, and I hope this message comes out loud and clear, is that the relationship of trust between the fans and the club is the foundation of success and sustainability of the club. We know that and appreciate that deeply. In conversation with City matters, our fans will continue, and we're trying to find solutions to address the challenges in their way. Some announcements have been made, but there's more to come. We're going to work hard. We're going to continue to work hard together to find optimal solutions that work for everyone. Mate.
Well, sorry, mate.
Thoughts on that statement?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen improvements this season. It's not what we want. Not exactly what we want. I personally think that they need to do away with this gold membership thing. But the fact that we are making well, I'm not going to say we as if I'm actively pushing for it. I can't claim anything for the hard work that these guys do behind the scenes. 1894 and City Matters, what they do to push these protests and to have these chats with the club is way beyond means that I could ever do. So big up to them. We'll just see how City Matters handle it moving forward. There has been some progress. Is it the progress that I think that we'd all like as City fans? Probably not. But is it a step in the right direction? I have to say, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick, agree on that. That's why I'm at this moment. It's all well and good saying this stuff, but actually louder than words. Let's just see what happens. I just want to see a bit of a change up though when it comes to ticket prices, because £56 for a game is crazy. I get it's Liverpool or Arsenal, I understand. But if it's bloody freaking Bournemouth at home, come on, man. Quick,
yeah, and the thing is, there are a lot of fans that, like myself, I don't live in Manchester. I live fairly close to Manchester. I can get there within an hour. But there's a lot of fans that are just on the outside of Manchester that are loyal fans that have been going to the games for years and years and years. And, I've got a little boy. I can't be affording 60, 70 quid for a midweek game. I can't afford to be doing that and then having a 40, 50, 60 quid per ticket on the weekend as well. You're talking £200-300 weeks. I haven't got £300 a week to spend on City tickets alone. I'm a single parent. Do you know what I mean? The whole thing about Manchester City, it's always been a club for the working people. Whereas it feels like of recent, it's pushing more towards, the club of. Yeah, I wish. Hey, you don't need money to feel like a millionaire, Steve.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Nick. Come on. Older, come on. You guys are old. Young at heart. That's better. You're young at heart. Well, young anyway. Come on, man. Many more years to go for you, mate. Many more years to go. But on the charts, the only thing I can say is that we still don't have this ruling. Once there's a ruling, I'll be able to speak about it. Until then, basically just saying, yeah, I want to speak about it, but I can't. I mean, they're wrong. We're all waiting for him. We're all waiting for him to speak on it, but we can't until they bloody get a finger out the ass.
Do you know what's mad? We've had 2 Khaldoon interviews before we've even had a verdict.
I know. Big up Patrick. Big up Patrick. He's doing a 4.2k now. He's
Hang
on
on.
5k.
No, we've had 3 Khaldoon interviews because it came out halfway through the treble season.
Yeah, we have. It's free.
So it came out halfway through the treble season. We had the end of season then. Then last season, we had the end of season. And now this season, the end of season. So it's been 3 Khaldoon interviews since. Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. But big up Patrick though. Big up Patrick as always. Great for the
Big up
channel and
Patrick.
great guy himself. Big up, man.
I did put my thumbs
Uh,
up, but the background's just, yeah.
Yeah, 47. I bet they have. I'm already been aged. I'm 25, man. I really feel it already for the amount of the last minute winners I've had to deal with the last few years. like
Mate,
Tottenham,
I'm 32, but I feel about 52.
I agree, Steve. Bang on. The longer this goes on, mate, the longer I'm like, it just. What, I mean, come on there. Like, if you get what you get, that's how it is, mate. That's how it is. But right, so carrying on. So McAtee sitting on 21 pre-Euro training squad will then cut with Lee Cardi's group at George's Park to be counter. I mean, for me, mate, he's gone anyway. McAtee, he's gone anyway. It's a surprise there, really. That he's not been part of the squad. A shame, but it is what it is. Right. Well, Joe, what? I didn't actually see that. I was in a Nixon chat still. No, I didn't see a statement from 894 at the time. I've been in and out of Twitter the last few days. So I'll read it out to anyone who hasn't seen it yet. This is from 1894. Chairman Kaldam Mubarak has been well aware of the ticking issues for years. He told one meeting before COVID that prices had hit. Kaldun also talks about the relationship between fans and the club being a nation of the success and sustainability. Stop banning fans of selling tickets to their mates. They value them. Sound bites and straight back answers are no. So it's got to be a link between words and changing policy towards resellers, pricing, and availability of proper season cards. There's also the final end of the season interview before the new North Stand opens. We're supposed to be a blue wall. Yeah.
Spot
on. Okay, because to me, it's all good saying you're understanding, but actually talk about it then. Change policy. Like in itself, right? They shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to be doing secret groups, mate. Somebody get a ticket of its value. We shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got the appeals. I was just trying to make sure.
Did you see what someone said? You know, when it was Kevin De Bruyne's farewell game. He was handed a lifetime ticket, and someone posted saying he better attend 16 games a season, otherwise he's getting that ripped off him.
I love City fans, man. I love it. I love our banner. It's brilliant. I'm personally glad we get. Joe, what? Hong, I agree, mate. I said you before, mate, in the chat as well. It's been, it just feels like, to me that it's just Forest are demanding more than they need to, and I'm not gonna pay that money. Good on us for not doing that. It ain't worth the money. Leon have signed Danilo fit for us. Yeah, I've seen that just now. I think that Leon has signed Danilo, so it's obviously a big move for them. So imagine that most come into use. And all this, but well, I'm on holiday on 19th of June for about 10 days. So Bevo will probably be on the channel a lot more than I will be. I'll try and appear with a little cameo here and there.
We're gonna get demonetized. We're gonna get copyrighted. We're gonna have a whale of a time.
The channel was over before we started. Great. I can't wait for that. Joe, what? Nick, I agree. It is, because the thing is, this blue wall bollocks, right? It should be a blue wall. Really, it should be. It should be able to be a cauldron, mate. Flares going off, mate. Tifos. It's what it should be. Like the yellow wall, mate. Dortmund.
You can't get a flare into the stadium these days because it gets you banned. But you can take a pair of clippers and give someone a quick fade.
Oh no, it's fucking mental.
Ridiculous, mate.
Mental. Crazy. If it's doing like Max Brank, it's more Mancunian. Reinders, check it. Yeah, honestly, Hong agreed. It is a way better deal than getting one player for that money. We've got a left back, attacking midfielder, and also a bottom midfielder as well. We all need. It's perfect. The way Bevo is 52 deaf older. Oh, fucking cheeky bastard. Steve's back. You know he's back when he's ripping into you and don't get burnt. I'll try not to, mate. I'll have
Hey, you know
all
what?
the time.
Hey, you know how these gingers need the factor 50s.
Very blonde. It's abuse unacceptable.
To the sun, he'll be sitting inside all day.
Oh god, mate, fucking hell. Bundesliga, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm alright. Back at T, right? But I don't really give a shit. It sounds a bit rude, but it's like I know he's got off anyway. I'm really surprised that he's going off the Bundesliga, or whatever. So
I'll just stop you there, right? Talking of AC Milan, there's just been a bit of a bomber, yeah.
go on.
A report from 20 Sport says failure has the face of Walker and states he has not done much at AC Milan apart from attracting attention by spitting water before the start of games and imitating his role of Triple H.
Oh, oh yeah, man.
So he's not done much apart from spitting water before the game.
Wait, what? Dash, what? Don't ask me how that happened. I've seen a City fan get allowed in the stadium with a dildo, but a guy having a pyro got banned. Oh my god!
By any chance, was it the big purple one we saw on Sky Sports a few years ago when they were doing the transfer deadline day?
Oh, I remember, that was funny.
It was Martin, wasn't it? It was Martin.
Oh, yeah, it was Martin. Yeah, oh mate, it's absolutely crazy, honestly. Right, carrying on, let's get the rest of this. Come on. It's City leads to do run is done. Yeah, we'll have to see what that happens. So Shaggy said yes, City with no issue on personal terms. The deal could be reached around multi-million euros, so City will probably be fast in time of the World Cup. Anticipating that other top European clubs are also keen. Fair enough. London City could also be included at the beginning of next week on the basic agreement. So basically, mate, so right now then, mate.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Diaz with Sharma, lucky guy. Calvin's going to say, mate, just leave, man. Just leave. Just leave. Like, it hasn't worked out at all. This move.
This is the thing, though. He's now had surgery on his Achilles. You think anyone's going to be buying him now?
Exactly.
He's going to be out for about 3-4 months. You think anyone's buying him?
Right. This is important, mate. Man City have announced that they were installing cameras in the turnstiles at the Etihad game so staff can display accreditation. The club say the cameras will not be in operation on a match day for fans as they enter the stadium. Then why are they there for then? Wait. Right. I'm sorry, right, but that's all we're good saying that. But you put why on? Isn't there a staff door to go through?
So, yeah, staff have their own doors.
So why have we got?
I mean, Nick might be able to shed a bit of light on this, maybe more than I can. But I thought staff had their own side doors.
Sure they do, yeah. There's an taxi number. Yeah,
Hey,
Joe.
welcome.
Bevo, this guy from Bevo on YouTube, he did a Batso run in the City video. Fuck you!
The Coke was going flying. Coca-Cola, bearing in mind. I'll just
Not
put
the Coke, Christ. That's mate, exactly. It's like it just screams just like. To me, mate, it's almost.
Fuck's sake, Steve.
Oh, I love it. I love it, man. But, mate, go. I worked as a steward there. They go through. So why is there multiple stuff on turnstiles then?
Why? Yeah. Why are they putting cameras on the turnstiles, but saying that they won't be in operation on match day for fans as they enter the stadium. Like, surely that has to be either a lie or I don't know.
It just, mate, it just feels weird. Doesn't it?
I thought the same as what he said. I thought they go through their own side door. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. He definitely will. Yeah, Shirky would a lot more to his attack than they have already. I think he'd be a big player for us if he comes in. Lee Phillips. No, Lee Phillips, mate. Marjan a bit more classy, mate. No, not Lee Phillips, mate. Or Bonnie Blue. No, thank you very much. Just Steve Black, everyone. Steve Black. Steve Black, everyone. But yeah, I would click the link, but Joe, what do, mate? If any more news comes out on this, mate, I'll do a video on it at some point with us too to discuss it, because I think this is worth having its own stream, mate, discussing this, because there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more here, mate, than meets the eye of this. It's very dodgy for me. Very dodgy.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like everything's adding up there.
It's just a way, mate, to put it in there. It's like, mate, see something. Oh, make sure to have these passes, mate. And you got a little code, mate, on your phone, mate. You scan that through that, and suddenly it's ID, mate. It's falling ass backwards. It's just, yeah. Patrick Berger, Advance,
Stop looking at these Steve Black comments. Oh my god.
Darth Bonnie Blue was not available. We'll try 1,000 times.
It's the one after that got me.
Demonetize.
It was like a chicken body bang.
Oh god. Bloody crappy hammers, man. Was it? Oh, Dash! Don't encourage him. Come on, man. We're descending to hell now. In 3 hours into almost time. We've descended into fucking craziness, man. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get it out of the way, shall we? Right. So, advanced talks with Cherky. Also, 30 million negotiations. Yeah. Joining the director as City for. Echeverri, mate, I'm worried that's already, mate, about Echeverri. I've heard is it Como today looking at him as well on loan?
Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. The 2 games at the end of the season that he played for us, he looked absolutely brilliant. He looked like he was a player for his age, that he wasn't scared of any occasion. And I don't want him to go out on loan. He's too good. He's too good to go out on loan. Pat, just play him, man. I tell you something. I might have to do another generational run to get Pat to listen to keep Echeverri here, mate.
Oh, here we probably go. Right. Another thing, Pat, I wasn't done yet. I'm back again for another one.
Right, you bald fraud. No, I'm joking.
All right, Pep. Which one? The bold one. The bold one. Oh, mate. Oh, I just said. All right, here we go. More updates. So a big up City Bank, by the way. Make sure to go support them if you haven't already. Well worth obviously and helping out the community. Just a few hours ago, we were all watching an interview with Caldoon said the relationship of trust between the fans, the club, is foundation of success and sustainability of the club. Turnstiles that reportedly have facial recognition, the building doesn't screen trust. Facts. Very weird to me. Very weird. Yeah. Pet Linda's former City is to join Backroom staff. So that's been confirmed on Friday. Jackie could sign for City in the coming days after merging as a pro. Get this on 10 role. City will want the player in time of the Club World Cup. Leon would like to quick sell around 40 million euros. That's about £35 million, I think, overall.
Yeah. I think 35 to 40 million euros. So I think it's about 27, 28 million. Something like that.
Yeah. So City officials have contacted those to talk around Cherky and have also taken information from his former coaches, including Pierre Sage, the Lyon manager, Pep Guardiola is not big directly with the player, Jack Gorn, Frankfurt still got about McAtee, Cole coming up to join 18 man permanently. It sounds set to be for City. Right, well, first off, mate, he gets back here. Get out the door immediately, please.
Yeah.
Don't want to be one, yeah. So from June, so it'll be actually. So is it next week then? Next week, probably.
Well, technically, mate, today.
Yeah.
So,
Now he's here now.
I mean, he could be. I mean,
Yeah.
and that won't be there yet because they're still on holiday, I think. But
Here you go, mate. There it is.
oh, I want that kit. Do you know what? I am gonna release my bank account for that because
Yeah.
I know my little lad's gonna want one. I'm definitely buying one.
Yeah,
That
100%.
kit is absolutely stunning.
Beautiful,
Like
isn't it?
it's so simple, but it's just so nice.
Just get Shirky back for it, mate. Ryan Shirky.
Oh no! I don't do names on the back. I'll get my little lad a name on the back.
Yeah. Romano, City Milan, speaking for Ryan, it's just that a lot of it's the same stuff, isn't it? The same stuff, isn't it? Advancing really fast. Agreement almost reached. Same stuff.
Yeah,
Same
there's been a lot said, but it's all similar and samey.
Yeah. So we're now on the Sunday now, so we're almost there. But I'm just going to get through some of this. Do you know what I'll do? I'll skip the stuff that no one really cares about. Like, set to submit the opening bid for Turkey this week. Well, they're set to submit. Okay. De Bruyne and then there's a Napoli player. Full agreement's been reached. Well, De Bruyne. Now this mate on Sunday. Sorry. City are discussing their proposal of €70 million with Atlanta for Ederson, mate. According to George Nicola.
I don't see the only way that I would see Ederson coming in is if we failed to sign
Reinders.
Reinders.
It's
That's
just
the
a
only
bit
way
weird, isn't it?
because you don't need him. If we didn't have Nico Gonzalez, then fair enough. I'd be like, yeah, we need him in the club. But we've already got Nico. We've still got Kovacic. We've still technically got Gundogan. We've got Reinders coming through the door, and we've got Cherky coming through the door. I just don't see a world in which we need Ederson as well. Do you know what I think that is? How long has Ederson got left on his contract at Atalanta?
Hold on. I'll let you know. Two.
2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit too
That's
soon
right,
to
isn't
be
it?
pushing. It's a bit too soon to be pushing for an extension.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't really ring true like a transfer that we would be looking at.
There we go. If it's to watch, well, get ready. You'll see. I think Shirky.
It'll be Cherky or Reinders or someone like that.
Yeah, Lyon want €30 million for Brian Cherky. Yeah, well, it's the same stuff, mate. Everything get repeated differently, isn't it?
Can't stand that Alex Cook either.
Yeah, I'll make that do a PSG masterclass, mate. Get into Milan. Do a mate. What a player.
I mean, it was probably the most underwhelming Champions League final I've ever seen.
Which is mad because it was 5 goals, wasn't it?
Do you know? Like Barcelona messed up big time there because that I tell you, Barcelona PSG would have been a generational final.
It would have been if Barca could actually just win the games. I mean, Barca get the win they need to get have been through, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Unfortunately, on that one. Now, Evan approached City about signing John Stones, and this one I've heard a bit about recently. I think there's truth in this one. There's truth in it.
I think there's a lot of truth in it.
I think it might happen. You know, it might happen.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be playing less football than what he would at City. You know, he's Everton aren't in Europe. You know, they don't make the latter stages of cup competitions like FA Cup and community. You know, doesn't play Community Shield, doesn't play much Carabao Cup game time. So I think it's the perfect move for him where he can focus on really just playing the odd FA Cup game and Premier League.
Yeah. Now, this is big news on Saturday. Rodri did the City contract until 2029, taking salary beyond the 300k week barrier, becomes the club's second biggest earners behind Erling Haaland. Massive.
Huge.
And I think
I'd heard that had already been signed like quite a while ago, but and I heard I heard he was signing a 4-year deal, which at the time that I heard it technically rings true because 4 + 5 = 9, and I heard that it was for £375,000 a week, which is a salary beyond the £300,000. I heard that months and months ago.
Yeah. No. So yeah, but obviously it's been done. So see, we can pay £60 million deal for Reinders this week. Okay. Wait. So it looks like the thing is right. I think both stuff's going to happen, but it's just a matter of when, isn't it? Matter of when they're at.
Well, the other thing now, like you've got international games for the next week or so. So I don't think you're gonna hear anything for the next week.
No.
You might get here we goes or whatever, but you're certainly not going to get any medicals booked in while they're playing. This is the other thing as well. Like a lot of these players that are going to be making moves, like they're going to be really like skeptical about playing because, you know, imagine if we get Reinders signed up to a deal, we, you know, everything's agreed, and Reinders is going to be doing his medical at Man City, and then he's away with the Netherlands or something, and then gets absolutely snapped in halfway through the game. He'll fail his medical, and that'll be his chance of joining City over. I think it's absolutely barbaric the fact that they put international bloody games in the middle of a bloody transfer window. I think it's bonkers. I tell you, this transfer window, you could see a lot of players missing out on deals for clubs because they end up, you know, failing medicals because they've been snapped in one of the games.
Yeah. Diamante picks it for a role, and I mean, okay, I guess that's news. I suppose it's coach. Interesting news there. Imagine what will
Didn't he
happen.
play for West Ham? I tell you what, I've got some tacky ball knowledge. If he played, if I got that right, I could have sworn he played for West Ham.
Alessandro Dia. Oh. I've heard the name.
Diamante. I'm sure he played for West Ham.
He did. For a season at West Ham.
Is that all he was there for? One season?
Yeah.
How did I remember that?
No idea. So we're on June. We're running on June. Thank God for that. Right, we're getting there. So City released a special edition the horse kit celebrating. I don't really care about this kit, mate. It
more
sounds
money
cool.
making scheme.
Yeah, more money, marketing bollocks, no one cares about. Breaking news: Conflict pleading a deal. Is that breaking news, mate?
It's the same thing that we've heard for weeks on every player.
Yeah, great, brilliant. So just squad for rehab. Okay. Diaz with some weird stuff. Cool. I'm not reading all this new stuff, man. I don't really care. Pep contact with okay, mate. It's the same stuff over again, isn't it? The same stuff over and over again. So, he's in contact with Pep. Okay, cool. And here we go. That's news. Gibbs White is here to.
Yeah.
So we're just getting through this now. Right, here we go, mate. We're finally on. Finally, mate. Finally on the current day. Well, yeah, current-ish day. Finally, caught up. Finally. Right, come on, Twitter. Yeah, so firstly, training will resume with City's players not involved with the national teams on Monday night for June. So it's a handball players, isn't it? Handball players? Is it Norway? No, Norway. I don't know who's what, but so Kovacic is out for 3 months. Obviously, we'll have that today. I guess this is news about Danny Olmo, but again, mate, the Olmo stuff, mate, I found a bit weird. I found it a little bit like off anyway to me.
Well, what I find interesting about that statement from Sasha Tagliari was he said it would be long, complex, and bitter. It's the bit.
Yeah.
The word. It's the word bitter for me that it's like.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Bitter.
Well, the only thing that I can think of is, do you think that it's something to do with the fact that we probably still haven't had any payment for Ferran Torres? Do you think that's
possibly,
why? It
yeah.
could be, do you think the relationship between Cheeky, Soriano, Pep, and Barca has gone a bit sour because of the deals that we've done for them? The likes of Gundogan to Barcelona, Aguero to Barcelona, Ferran Torres to Barcelona, Eric Garcia to Barcelona. We've always done business with Barcelona, but the key word in all of that is bitter. Now, that suggests to me that maybe a relationship between the two clubs has fallen apart.
Possibly, yeah. Shirky is a great press because the idea of working with Pep. To me, mate, this is more news to me. This is more news than what Romano's saying, for me personally.
Yeah.
So it'd be for a potential at City. But, by the way, Shirky for me is Mara's replacement. He is. Not Savinho, Mara. Shirky is. Mara's sort of star player. Skill set, touch football, mate, is brilliant. I think he's brilliant player. Now, this was big, wasn't it, this morning about Nori pursuing a deal with the sign Nori, which bear in mind, a week before, I mean, on Monday before that, it was actually confirmed that we were looking at him. So that's quite a big move in about a week.
Yeah.
So
it's we've moved fast on him, which suggests to me that you look at Reinders, we've moved quite slow on Reinders. Cherki, we've moved sort of moderately quick with Cherki, but Ain't Nori, we seem to have moved like really quick with him. So something tells me that more people were interested in Ain't Nori than they've been in Reinders and Cherki. I know Cherki's had some offers on the table, from like United and stuff, but I feel like we've moved faster on Ain't Nori than we have on all the others.
yeah, agreed. So obviously this confirmation of Kovacic's injury. Hopefully he obviously gets better soon. Gets back quickly. So this is from Jack Gorman, which was also big. Man City are hoping to get a deal done for Ain't Nori sooner rather than later. Bet to complete the signing coming from a minor player of the last over 12 months. That for me, mate, is even bigger. Mate, where's Jack Gorman saying that?
Yeah,
even bigger than all thing. So to me, this is going to get done. Ain't Nori.
Ain't Nori will get done.
I think all three get done. All three get done. I think. I
don't see a world in which we don't get all three done. We're pretty much done on all three, with the exception of crossing the T's and dotting the I's and stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's to be an announcement of Pat Leanders as a new member of the coaching staff once new additions have been agreed. So it's not done yet, mate. Not done.
Yeah. So
okay.
what what it seems like they're going to do is they're going to announce all the new coaching staff together.
That's good. I like that actually. It's not just one.
Yeah.
What is it? Everyone together. That's good. I like that. Now Sangare, big talent, but again, like I said, I think he's off anyway. We'll get him in. He'll do decent. Now
Yeah, he'll be one of them. He comes into the academy, he does a year, we sell him for 15 million quid. It'll be another one.
And if he's good, mate, if he's good, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's just how City do business. We just get these gems in, train them up, and then get them gone for millions.
Yeah. Now, Sasha again. Leon should receive an initial written offer from City for Sharon Cherki this week, and all parties set to conclude the deal this week. So I imagine today or tomorrow we'll get the bid in, and then Friday it's done. That's what I'm really
I
about.
mean, it'll be all but done, because again, players have to go in and get the medicals done and agree personal terms, and if they're away on internationals, I can't see personal sides getting done unless they've already been done, sort of thing.
Yeah. Wolves have already agreed that we're going to search for a left back in the expectation that Nori will join City with the player keen. So this time we know, man. Wolves obviously have started looking at the thing is done. I think this is done now. If Wolves are looking already for a left back, mate, I can tell you what you need to know really about this deal.
Yeah.
Now this is big. Pep Guardiola has indicated that both Ederson and Stefan Ortega will stay at Man City this summer. I don't know how much about goalkeepers. I tell them to stay. We've talked about the situation of the squad, and the two goalkeepers we have will stay. Big. But, as earlier on the stream, Ederson, new deal, get it signed. You want to stay?
Yeah. He needs to sign at least another 2-year deal.
Yeah.
On top of his current 1 year, so make it a 3-year deal.
Yeah, so that's by John Garcia is a very good goalkeeper. City's traditionally 500 players in the transfer window. He's an Espanyol player. I don't know what will happen.
So right, that City is interested in 500 players at the transfer window.
Yeah, it's
right.
Yeah. Ben Jacobs, values Honori around. All this stuff here, mate. I'll be honest with you, I don't really care about it because the reality is, like, yeah, we know it's all the valuation, right? But City will find it's just a way of like, oh, they value this player. We'll find a way, mate.
The only thing which you can say from that would be, in order for Wolves to get the full amount, they're gonna have to up their price so they don't lose money on him. Yeah. Because if they're selling him for 30 million, but they're having to buy out buy out the remaining fee for 8.5 million, then instead of getting 30 million, they're only going to get 21.5 million. So it's a big chunk of money that they're losing. So I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up buying Aït-Nouri for closer to the 40 million mark, just to compensate for the fact that they're losing 8.5 million quid.
Yeah. So Pep's comments are fine and all that, but right, this is it. So he said, well, then again, right, this is really new. He said yes to us. Well, of course he would, because it's why we're being for it. You know what I mean? It's like, I said yes to us. Cool. All right. Next. Like, mate, Romano, right? I'll go over Romano, mate. It's tap-ins, isn't it? It's tap-ins.
It's tap-ins, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm right. So no, this would, you know what? I'll read this quickly before we end the stream, right? So, Shoki, I'll be the only one who decide my future. No one will decide for me how or what. I don't want to suffer. There are a lot of players suffering. When time passes quickly, I hope in 10, 15 years I'll be able to say I'm proud of myself and my choices. Our club needs to sign him. I don't need to be taught about football. Football, more football, pure and simple. Well, yeah.
I mean, there's no better manager to come to than Pep if you want to talk about football, and more football. Pep will call you up at 2 o'clock in the morning and tell you he's got a new style of play that he wants to try out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Should I give a City credible team option? All options credible for now. I'm focused on. Yeah, I think, mate. I think this deal's pretty much been done, but it's kind of it's just getting the games out of the way. I think.
It's where he says that all options are credible. For me, that's like, I know he can't say too much because he's not signed a deal yet, but like where he said all options are credible, it's like, no, don't consider anyone else. Just please sign.
Yeah, no, just say City, no one else. I'm ready for any system. I work every day physically and mentally to be ready. Above all, I'm trying to choose the option for me, develop as a person and a footballer. City. They all like to be like it's a done. Wow, okay. Imagine that, mate. City. The next Sedan.
Oh no, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. For the moment, I'm not focusing on the thing. Is right. What can I say, mate? Really? Oh yeah, I'm going City.
This is what I mean. They're all away with their international teams. They're really not thinking about signing for teams and stuff at the moment. They just want to get through the internationals.
What the fuck is
Probably so they can go on holiday.
Yeah. Water wet, mate. With hair.
Just
Right.
before you go off that, do a little refresh on City Extra.
I won't in a bit. I'll just going to quickly make sure we've got
Oh, is there still
the
more?
stuff. Yeah, still a bit more to go. No, that will add up. People don't really know me very well, otherwise I'll be less criticised. But people who've really got to know me more than a few are surprised. They hear things people sometimes try to make up and realise they're not true. I don't feel like myself. That's not my role. People who know me are best to do that. I'm also talking about everything that's been made up. All the things people have said about me, my entourage, even though there's things, I'm human. So, of course, positive, negative things can happen to me. People have sometimes said I'm hard to deal with, difficult to coach. That's not true. I've always stayed silent. I've never responded. I've always named something real. Think about it for a very, very, very long time. Love that mentality.
Fair play.
You know me. Yeah, respect that.
I like it
Right,
'cause it's
Jack.
honest.
Yeah. All right, Jack. Yes, mate. On just what about to Laurent Boissier, that City, yeah, well, apparently, yeah, okay. Plessy goal, I mean, again, mate, it's the same stuff again, mate. It's the same news again, repeated in a different way.
Yeah.
Right,
It's like
so
one
refresh.
They're all jumping on it.
So I rush it again.
Just the Kyle Walker thing, you've got to read it. It's so funny.
Hold on. Bit slow. Come on. Come on. Slow. Come on, man. Yeah, because I'm streaming, I'm doing that. It doesn't like it, right? Okay, right. I'm just gonna just move down quickly a little bit. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm up to there first. Carry on. Right. Man City have 7 okay, whatever. A report from Twitter Sports failure has the face of Walker. So he's not done much of a man apart from attracting attention by spitting to start of games, imitating his role model Triple H. Oh no, Kyle. Oh no. And just like that, we are done with reporting on all this.
That comment though from AC Milan's just honestly, it's unreal. He's not done much apart from attracting attention by spitting water.
Bloody hell. Oh mate. Well, look, that's the time I all caught up anyway. We're all caught up now. No. The plan will be, I think, and we'll both said this as well. Here we go. Whoever can go live will go live when we can to get a reaction to it. Now, obviously, because I know obviously I've been on most streams anyway as it is, but I feel like if I can't make it, so I'm at work, or if I can't do a stream at a time, but someone can do a stream at a time, I will get Bevo to do a stream. And then if I can join on a break, I'll have my say and then I'll head off. But in that way, content's coming out to you guys a lot consistently, and there's obviously a lot going on because I think this summer is going to be huge, especially as well if I'm away in June while the games playing is like a Wydad and the group games obviously in the Club World Cup. It'd be good to have lots of content for that. Not saying I'm not doing watch longs for it, but we'll just little reactions for it and chat about it and that. So again, we'll get some stuff out over the summer. A lot more to come. I'm excited to see what we can do here. So we're on the road to 2K now, so we're on 1.13 right now. So we're still a bit away. It must be appreciated. Make sure to leave a like if you're already on the stream. If you haven't already. So over 3 hours streaming tonight, which is quite a long one I thought it was going to be. But again, there's a lot to talk about. And to be fair, we could go on for more than this. But I have work tomorrow, so I don't want to be going into like 2 a.m. in the morning. So, but I want to say, guys, big up to you guys for chatting away and sort of being so supportive as always. Big up Steve, Nick, Hong, Josh, everyone as well, Steve earlier on as well. Anyone in the chat, Patrick, Alf, everyone who's always in the chat having their say and sort of in a chat with us. We do appreciate it. It's been a long dream. We're back Wednesday, panel show. Probably going to be Alf, myself, Bevo as well, probably Mateus, people get as well. Patrick's plenty of these free. Anyone wants to come have their say, have a chat, have their say. It'll be a good discussion. Nothing to do, serious. The general, just chill transfer chat, city chat, and general about football. That kind of stuff should be good. You'll try and have a bit more relaxed one. Cause I think all of a sudden now, after talking constantly about City and constantly about the negative side, a bit more positive this time. Which should be good. So, yeah, but big up everyone. As always, we'll see you guys on Wednesday for another stream. Till then, have a great evening, and we'll see you guys Wednesday. Take care, guys.